How fucking long does that have to be? There we go. Hi. Hi. It's just me today, because it didn't like us, kind of a chill thing. For the new reviewers, I did a thing a while back where I reviewed every game I streamed. And at that moment, it was up to date. Like, when I last did this, it was every game that I've streamed. And I said I will do another one of these. Hello. Hi, Ruby. Hi, Eggs. Hi, Nutter Butter. Hi, Depressive Sheep. Are you new? I don't think I recognize you. Or maybe I'm just bald. I should just pretend that I recognize everybody, so everyone can feel at home and welcome. That's unprofessional of me. Anyway, yeah, when I did this last, then I streamed everything. It was actually every game that I streamed, and so I said, okay, I'll do this again when I've streamed enough games that I can do a proper full stream of. If this runs on, I'm okay if this runs on a little bit short because I have stuff to do today. I want to go on a walk. I want to work on my comic. Did you guys know that I have a comic? It's called Skyscrap. It's really good. I'm gonna post a link to that again. Hold on, I should be doing that more. But this is gonna, this is gonna be chill, cool podcast stream. I considered not having music because I know some people put on their own. I'm actually one of those people. Hello, Purple Sniff It. I'm one of those people that put on my own music, but also other people I think the mild inconvenience of not getting to play your own music is better than the people who can't play their own music and just have to sit in the silence of me speaking. Anyway, that's the link to my comic right there. It's called Skyscraper. It's pretty good. Anyway, yeah. So, so yeah, we're gonna just chill the hell out today and talk about games because that's the thing that I love doing the most. I got the brain rot. Oh yeah, I'm a Twitch affiliate now, so people can can give bits, and here we go. Thank you, Nutter Buddy, for getting us started. A 1 out of 1,000. Wow. Yeah. So. Yeah, let's just fucking do this. If I did this right and didn't turn on my balls cam, so I gotta finish Homestuck. I'm halfway through. You picked a good time, cause the comic is getting fucking reposted, and it's really fucking good. Go check that shit out. Anyway, so, some might remember this beautiful spreadsheet that I made. Yes, okay. Super quickly make sure it's fully up to date. Yes, it is. Okay, so hold on. Mortal 2. After. There we go. Okay, sorry. So let me put it on my normal playlist now. Oh, I love this. This is a fucking great rip right here. Oh shit, you can't hear that. Sorry. Hold on. There we go. Let me make that quiet. Okay, let me know how the audio is on that. Oh shit, I should have configured this so I can actually... Hold on. Let me very quickly adjust this just a little bit so I can more easily see chat while I talk about this. There we go. Okay. Music is covering the list? Yeah, I know, one sec. There we go. I think this should be still readable. Okay, now I can see you guys and you guys can see me and shit. Okay. So, the last time... Let me quickly scan and make sure. The last time we did this, the last game that I played was Super Mario Bros. 2. And I might actually do a second... I might actually play the NES... Not Mario 1, but I might play Mario 2 and 3 again, because I had a very soured experience, I think because I did it all in one stream. You guys remember I was medically dead at the end of Mario 3? So, I might check them out again, because I don't want to just write them off entirely, because I was, because realistically, if I was going into those games completely, the thing about, let's talk about this when we talked about Mario 3. Let's start at the start. Let's talk about Sonic Adventure 2. This game is a really hard one for me. This was the first. This is obviously the first game I streamed after. Also, those are the games I've reviewed here. So this is a really hard one for me. Oh my god, I never posted a fucking YouTube community post for the stream. Whatever. It's what fucking what. Fucking look at my fucking phone while I talk about this. Okay, so Sonic Adventure 2 is one of the more lopsided games that I've ever played in my life. Because Sonic Adventure 2 has some of the, like, okay, here's my overall thesis of Sonic Adventure 2. Sonic Adventure 2, ranking the Sonic levels in Sonic Adventure 2 is the most fun I have ever had in any Sonic game, official or unofficial. I think maybe aside from Rain Racers, but like that might, I actually might even like this more than Rain Racers. Okay, this is gonna, I'm just gonna post a random fucking image for this. Live every game. I'm sorry, this is so fucking stupid. Okay. That is not a functioning link. God damn it. Okay, hold on. Let me copy the link. Okay, this is a nightmare. I'm so sorry. This is so fucking awful. Okay. How do you get an... Hold on, I have to look at an HTTP link to remember how it looks. Your comment looks neat? Yeah, it's an MSPFA. That's why it looks like Homestuck. 100 bits? You're playing with toys right now? That's fucking awesome. How does an HTTP link look? Oh my god, this is a fucking nightmare. HTTPS : okay. HTTPS : There we go, that works. I'm so sorry about that. Anyway, so, yeah, A-ranking Sonic's levels, and Shadow's levels, although Shadow gets the worst of the Sonic levels in that game. Well, no, I mean, he has a couple good ones, but also a couple of the worst ones. Is the most fun, like, A-ranking Final Rush is the most fun I've had in any Sonic game. At all. Period. Everything else outside of that is a major mixed bag. Like with most Sonic games, the boss fights are whatever. The Knuckles and Rouge levels are worse than Adventure 1. I played an Archipelago recently, where I played Adventure 1 again. Knuckles' levels in that game are so much better, because they're so small and concise, and like, you like, it's so hard to get lost in them. I think the hardest one is honestly Speed Highway for Knuckles, because I think it's the one where it's the most confusing. Every other one is, like, totally nails it. I guess... No, I actually didn't have much trouble with Skydeck. It's a bit kind of annoying, but, like, I think it's mostly fine. But, like... And then the Tails and... Again, I played Adventure 1 recently. Gamma controls... Gamma's not perfect, but he controls so much better than Tails and Eggman. Like, notably. Tails and Eggman, I feel like... You know how, like, when you're around a small animal, you're afraid you're gonna kill it accidentally? Like if you're, like playing with a hamster, like, you're kind of scared that you're gonna, like, smash it in your hand, and it's gonna, like, into fucking, like, blood and guts, like, accidentally, by just, like being goofy with it. That's how I feel playing as Tails and Eggman, where they feel like wounded deers, where, like, they could die at any moment. You know? That's how I feel playing Tails and Eggman. And, like... I think this is controversial. I think... Do I actually agree with this? I think the story is more interesting in some ways, but I also think that, like, Sonic Adventure 1 has a really unique Rashomon-style story for a video game, and I would have really liked to see them play with that more. Feels like Russian roulette. No, because Russian roulette feels like luck. It's not that it feels like luck. It just feels like I am controlling something that is flimsy and can die at any moment, which is the opposite of what I should be feeling when they're in a fucking giant mech suit. But like some, but like I like the story of Adventure 1 more structurally. Adventure 2 has like like, and there are like character like obviously like a decent amount of them are like fucking whatever, but like I like Tails and Gamma's stories. I like that Sonic's is just like, you know, he's just like Sonic does not have a character arc, and I think that's like very intentional of just he's just a guy, you know? Eggs, I already... Okay, I'm gonna fucking ignore you now, because I already gave you my metaphor, and now you're giving me additional worse metaphors. This is not... This is, like, it just feels like control that fucking sucks, okay? Point is that, like, I would have liked, like I think Adventure 2, I would have liked to see them play with the Rashomon style more, because there's no intertwine, because when two characters intersect in a cutscene in Adventure 2, I'm pretty sure it's the exact same, except for maybe the beginning or the end. Like, there's no, because in Adventure 1, it's hard to appreciate when you're, like... Like every cutscene is differently written based on the character's perspective. Like if you look in Sonic's campaign when he's fighting Eggman, Eggman's very goofy and goes like, "If it isn't Sonic, my nemesis." But then in Tails' campaign, Eggman is like way more threatening and specifically like, "Well, well, well, if it isn't Sonic and Tails." And I really I love in Sonic and Knuckles' camp, like when Sonic and Knuckles fight, like when Sonic in Sonic's campaign, it's like randomly Knuckles comes up just to hit him, but in Knuckles' campaign, it's more like, holy shit, like Sonic, you need to give me that emerald piece, dude. The Master Emerald's gone. And people are like, why does Knuckles get tricked? But like, Knuckles doesn't think Eggman's a good guy, is the thing. Like, that always pisses me off. Knuckles does not think Eggman is a good guy. He just hears Eggman taunt him, is like, "Oh, you should see what Sonic's up to." And then he sees the emerald that he thinks... He sees the green emerald and he thinks it's a Chaos, as a Master Emerald piece, and he goes, "Oh, fuck off, Sonic, what are you doing now?" Because they're not, like, friends yet. That isn't until... I feel like they aren't really friends until Heroes. Like... In Adventure 2, he's just kind of doing his own thing until they meet up. And like, I really, I don't know, I like all the different, perspectives, but I don't want to just talk about Adventure 1 because it's about Adventure 2. I think Adventure 2 is a much less interestingly told story. I like that there's, like, it has a bit more involvement and, like, more ideas. But, like, I just, like, the format of Adventure 1, of being all these, like, it's basically, like, this really shitty 72-hour period where all hell breaks loose, told from everyone's perspective, and then Adventure 2 is just, like, it's just a story, and it almost feels like the whole, like, hero and dark structure is so fucking pointless. Can I be real? Like, I don't, like, I feel like there's a version of this game where, and actually there was gonna be, because the original idea was that the three campaigns were gonna be Sonic, Knuckles, and Eggman, but fans wanted to play as Tails again, so they went in and they added Shadow, Rouge, and Tails as like playable characters to get like an even 6 for Hero and Dark stories. I would have liked the game so much more if it was just Sonic, Knuckles, and Eggman, because I hate the structure. Because first of all, okay, I love Sonic's levels. It pisses me off so much that Sonic gets more upgrades than Shadow. Shadow does not get the bounce bracelet. He has no gameplay differences other than shit that he couldn't that, like, he can't do that Sonic can. It's so annoying. And it's also just, like, I hate the structure of, like, linear stage to stage, I'll take it, because, like, the hub worlds in Adventure 1 were, like, cute, but they didn't really do anything. So, yeah, go linear, you know, just tell a more straightforward, like, beginning to end thing without, like, having to, like, walk through the hub worlds. That's cool. But, like, like, the fact that you have to constantly switch between Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles is so annoying. I could never get into Adventure. What version did you play? And first of all, which Adventure and which version? Because the Steam versions without mods are very broken, both of them. Adventure 1 mostly visually, but like a decent amount of mechanic stuff. And Adventure 2 is mostly visually fine, but there's a lot of borked mechanics. Yeah, I forget the exact mods, but there are mods to like fix the controls to make them not like to fix them to make them more in line with the Dreamcast version. And not just like, oh, like this is the game, but good. No, but like literally like there are flaws that were fixed in that were in the Steam version that are not in the Dreamcast version that mods can fix. I played the Dreamcast versions on stream. I think that was the best choice. I had a lot of fun doing that, except for the parts that weren't fun. But like I like Sonic like genuine, like, again, like, this is a really hard game to rank for me. Oh, I also forgot to mention, there's a new, system that I have in place called the Poison Meter. The Poison Meter is basically, I've been talking about games of the idea of poison resistance. And basically, poison resistance, to me, is the idea of, like, it's sort of a nebulous concept, but, like, how much... It's basically, like, how hard it is to recommend this to an average Joe, I'd say. But, like, it depends. I'll go into detail. I did the... Oh, I love this song. I'll go into more detail of this, like, when I actually give poison resistances to certain games, but, like, basically... a low poison resistance is like, I can recommend this to almost anybody. Medium is like, I'm gonna give you like a couple disclaimers, but like, go ahead. And then high is like, I need to really make sure that you match my freak for me to recommend this to you, basically. So Sonic Adventure 2, I guess I just said everything I want to say, apart from like, the soundtrack, not nearly as good. It's great. Adventure 1 is just the best Sonic soundtrack. I like the idea of, like, oh, every character is a different genre, but it also feels like... Okay, so if anyone is into music theory, you're free to correct me on this, but what it feels like to me is that, like, Adventure 1 has so many different genres, and that doesn't inherently make it, like, better, but, like, let me pull up some Adventure music, right? Like... Let's pull up, like, Mount Red. So, Adventure 1 and 2, like, Adventure 1 has a lot, is very various. Speed Highway's most SA2 tracks. The thing is for me that, like, no, here's a great example. Let me pull out a song I really like. It's an Ice Cap. So, this is a metal song. So, Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic songs are all metal songs. I don't think it's, like, harsh metal, but, like, okay. Point is, Sonic songs are all rock, but, like, it feels like there's less variety within the genres than there were in Adventure 1. Like, this is a very, like, this is a rock and roll track, but, like, it doesn't feel like they're relying on the electric guitar. It feels like there's, like, 4 instruments per character, you know? And listen to this, and then, like, what's another metal track in the game? Speed Highway? Like, this sounds, despite having the same electric guitar, it sounds completely different. You know? And like, I'm skipping through, but just, like, you know... And then, like, even in the same level, you, like, the final section sounds like this. Like, it sounds like the sound variety. It has a cohesive feeling, but it feels like it feels like so much more varied. You get to Sonic Adventure 2, and it's like every Sonic track has like 4 instruments. Every Knuckles, like, it's mostly a problem with, like, I think Knuckles avoids this. I think his songs all sound very different. It's Sonics that like feel interchangeable. Shadows. Some of them just feel like Sonic tracks, and others are like his own sound. But like Skyrail is just a Sonic track, because Skyrail was originally a Sonic level. Tails and Eggman's. Tails just kind of sounds like more upbeat Sonic, which is like, again, it's not bad, but like, and then I think Eggman has his own sound, but again, it feels like all of his sounds are kind of this, like, kind of samey within his genre. Rouge, good songs, I couldn't tell you which is which for the life of me. Like, I think that the song, like, it's not that the soundtrack doesn't have variety, it's that it has set genres, and it doesn't really escape from those genres. And I'm really scared that some fucking music nerd is gonna bend my ass over for this. I'm really sorry if I'm speaking complete goo goo gaga nonsense on this, but that's how I feel about the soundtrack. Again, though, it's still great music, to be clear. I will bang my head to fucking like Final Rush and like Metal Harbor and shit. I say two songs feel like the same song, but been to the situation at hand. Kind of. It kind of feels like you would swap, or it kind of. Funnily enough, I think Cuphead is a similar problem. Cuphead's music is really good, but I feel like for like 70% of the tracks, you could swap them interchangeably and it would feel the exact same. Like so many of them just kind of feel like this, so many of them just kind of feel like jazz music, you know? Like, there are some that feel right for the character, like Dramatic Fanatic is like perfect, Floral Fury is like perfect for the character. The DLC fixes this completely, every song, and that is super unique. We were just listening to one, actually. But like for base Cuphead, I think it has that problem. And Sonic Adventure 2 is a similar problem, where within each character's genre, you could swap most of the songs, and like, unless you're like majorly brain rotted for this game, you could not tell the difference. So, I would give Adventure 2, this is a hard one for me, I think I'd give it a 7. Because it contains stuff that is a 10 out of 10, but the rest I'm like, kind of, about. I would recommend this game, though. I'm gonna give it a medium poison resistance, but I'd give Sonic Adventure 1 poison resistance. I added this... Okay, medium. Yeah, I think that's fair. I think I'd give the caveat that, like, the game's kind of lopsided. So I think that's fair. I mean, I'd still recommend the game, but like that's kind of how I feel about, you know, Adventure 2. Whew. What's the poison medium? Okay, so yeah, hold on. I'll quickly explain this. Is that like basically it's just how hard is it to recommend to an average Joe? You got chicken cooking in the cauldron. Dude, you're a fucking witch. You're scary. It is basically like how hard this is to recommend to an average Joe. Like how many caveats there are to recommending it. Like Undertale's at a low because it's fucking Undertale, you know? Like you could show that to your mom and she'd go like, "Oh, this is nice." But like what's a high poison game that I really like? Okay, not many. like it isn't on the list, but I'd put like what's a high poison game that I like? Is there any here? Armed and Delirious. Armed and Delirious is a game that I love that I would put as a high poison game. Or like just like I Want to Be the Guy might be a high poison game. I have to think about it, but like yeah, that's basically the thing. I just like how many caveats there are to recommending the game, and like how much shit you kind of have to hurdle over to enjoy it. It's not that big because I have an extremely high poison. Would Postal 2 be high poison? I think what did I put it at? Medium. Because the caveat is that it's janky and also like really edgy. But like it's completely playable, you know, and like there's not like it's still fun. Sonic Generations, I'm gonna immediately just low poison. Yes, it's a good game. I think I'm gonna give this one like maybe an... I'm gonna review this again when I stream it like linearly, because we kind of did this out of order because Shadow Generations came out. I'm gonna give this an 8, I think, because it's a really solid Sonic game, but it doesn't excite me. Not just because of the whole, like, reusing level themes thing, because that's fine, right? Because, like, they do new stuff with each of the level themes. My main thing is just that I'm not into the boost formula very much. I'd have to... Maybe Unleashed will be different, but, like, even then, like, I just... the Sonic Boost game, that like somebody described them once as they're not platformers, they're rhythm games, and that's a perfect way to put them. Is that they're rhythm games without like the fucking on the rhythm, because they're basically like you do these actions in these order and you win, you know. And I like when Sonic is a platformer. Oh my god, holy shit, crazy statement. I like when Sonic is a platformer. Do I even give this a 7? I think I'd give this... No, I think I'll give it an 8. I'll think about it, but like... Yeah, I'm not huge in the boost formula. The classic Sonic levels are good, but... They're good, but like, they don't, like, excite me. It's just overall, like a... What, like... I'd give... I think it's the same boat for me as, like, Portal 2. Where, like... It doesn't nothing in there. It's really solid and well made, but nothing in there like brings me excitement. Like a game that brings a game that's like not great but brings me excitement. Like I was excited over Floygan Bros. You know, real ones remember Floygan Bros. I get excited over I was excited for Boom Buster. I'm fucking cannot wait for this game to come out. Like. This game does not excite... For a game that's like, it's basically perfect, but it just doesn't excite me at all, that's an 8 out of 10, you know? I can't forget Floygan Bros. Yeah, that game's awesome. That's really all I have to say on it. Oh, there's some fantastic remixes in it. Check out the soundtrack, I have it downloaded. Looks probably the last really good-looking Sonic game, which is kind of sad. Like, I think that Unleashed and Generations were the last Sonic games, like, really, like, I don't have any visual problems with it, because Sonic Forces and Frontiers are kind of ugly in many... It feels like... Okay, let's talk about Shadow Generations. First of all, I'm gonna give this an 8 as well. Give this the same rating. I like it more. I think it's a lot more fun. But like if I gave like 0.5s, I would give this game like an 8.5. I think it's like notably but not significantly better than Sonic Generations. My problem with, like, okay, why is lighting so bad now? Has anyone else noticed this? Why is game lighting so much worse? It feels like every game that isn't like Omega AAA infinite budget, like if it's not made by like Nintendo or like a first party Sony or Microsoft title, the lighting is god awful. And it didn't used to be this way. In like the PS2, PS3 generation, we fucking nailed lighting, but now it feels like everything is like so washed out and ugly. And it makes me go crazy. Because because Sonic Generations looks perfectly fine. I have no issues with its visuals, but Shadow Gens, like, it's like everything is fine except for the lighting, which makes everything look noticeably shittier. It's so weird, because it feels like if you just ported the models like unlit into Gary's mod, they would look way better. And like I feel crazy for it. Like it feels like everything is so bright and washed out. Like I need to like color tune my fucking TV. But yeah, Shadow Generations. I want to give this another try when we do this linearly. But I really enjoyed it. I think we're almost getting back to like adventure. Like, I think Shadow Generations should just not have the boost. I think it honestly should not have had the boost because it like you don't there's way more platforming and you don't go nearly as fast in the game. There's a lot of really cool mechanics that like are based upon stuff that like couldn't really work in a much faster game. And that's kind of the problem with the Sonic Boost formula, is that when you're going that fast, you can't really do much interesting, you know? Like that's kind of the issue, is that unless the game gets really hard, it's kind of like I've been talking about this with some friends, about how slower platformers almost always have to be really hard, like Mega Man, Castlevania, the original Rayman. They're all, like, more precision, like, technical platformers are almost always really hard, or they're puzzle platformers, like Wario Land, or, like, stuff like that. Because... like, and I think the boost formula has a similar problem, where you kind of need to make it really hard to make it really, really fun, because without like difficulty, you're kind of just running forward, you know? And like there's obviously like optional paths and shit, but like for the most part, like you kind of just go forward. And Shadow Generations, like it's slower. It has more like there's like item capsules again. Like the chaos control is such a good concept. There's like more ways to there's more like methods of interaction with the environment. Like a lot of it's kind of just retextured homing attacks, but like so Sonic 4. Like you look at Sonic Forces, and that's proof that you can't. You kind of. I mean, like, okay, Forces level design isn't just that it's not hard enough. It's that it's, like, there's nothing. You just go forward. But, like, it's... I don't know. That, I spent a lot of time complaining, but, like, I love the story of Shadow Generations. It shows that, like, people shit on Ian Flynn. Some people. I think most people are chill with him. Like, the hatred is greatly exaggerated. I like Ian Flynn's writing a lot. He like I think he sometimes does really annoying references. I'm not talking about Sonic the Sonic Generations rewrite, to be clear. I'm thinking about like stuff like Frontiers, where like sometimes the references make complete sense and like feel earned and like just feel like they're bringing up shit that they've done, and then sometimes it's like it feels like a Family Guy cutaway gag where it's like it's like, this reminds me of the time that I fought Dark Gaia. Spark the Electric Jester 3 is the gameplay once I gotta go back with. I haven't played any of the Spark games. I haven't smeeked them at all. But I don't know, that might be fun. But yeah, I think Shadow Generations is perfect of a perfect example of like the fact that Ian Flynn is a really good writer, and like it's not the most insanely intelligent arc or anything, but like you get the, like it's unfortunately it's a really short game. He kind of did the best job that he could in that circumstance, and I think he nailed it as good as he can. I liked the story. I wasn't like goo goo gaga in love with it. I don't like the Vegetification of Shadow. I think that they're kind of balancing him out more, but like when you look at like I always point to the scene in fucking Sonic Boom Rise of Lyric where fucking Shadow comes out just to go, "You're weak because you rely on your friends," and it's like this is something that Shadow doesn't care, dude. That was his thing in Adventure 2, is that he didn't give a shit about like okay. I liked the dynamic in Adventure 2 where Sonic and Shadow were both like, who's this fucking weirdo? You know, they're always talking about the other one as if it's like, who's that weird doppelganger? Like, Sonic calls Shadow a faker, and then Shadow throws it back to him as like, I think you're the fake one around here, dude. I like that weird, like, almost, like, in Adventure 2, he's almost like a weird, like, theater kid-esque, like, villain, where he's, like, super, like... it feels like he's kind of forced, like, he's doing what he thinks a bad guy should do, almost. It's so fucking weird that, like, they changed him from that. It kind of feels like... There's a term for this on TV tropes. Fuck, I'm trying to remember, but there's a specific form of flanderization where there's a canon character, and then the fandom version of the character is so much different to the point where that's now the canon. Like, somebody really well pointed out that, like, Shadow should not be in the racing spin-off because he doesn't give a shit. He's like, why the fuck would I ever do this? Oh, Sonic's there? Who gives a shit, you know? He's not like I haven't played the Phoenix Wright games, so maybe this is off base, but I hear like Miles Edgeworth being described as this, as like he will drop anything if Phoenix is on the case. And like I think Shadow is not that. He is not like Vegeta. He is like I think he would join a race just because like he'd remember like Maria always loved cars, so I will become the best driver in the world. Ascended fanon, kind of, yeah. It's like an offshoot of that, but like. Yeah, anyway, I think Shadow Generation story was really good. I think the music is really good, although a lot of the remixes are really whatever. There's some good ones. Love the Final Rush remix. I don't remember any others. The like museum song in that game is fucking incredible. Shadow Generations like collection room music, insane bop. That's great. Um, Another problem with the gameplay of Shadow Gen. This is gonna be everyone has talked about this, but there's too much fucking Radical Highway in Shadow Generations. I know everybody's been on about this, but like, there's too much, dude. It's so much. But I think it's mostly fine. Like it's not too huge of a deal, especially when like the Act 2s generally don't like the Act 2s don't have it. And like I think the 2D sections in Shadow Gens were way better than anything in the other Boost games 2D wise. Yeah, I don't know whether it's I don't know why so much Radical Highway. I get that it was easy to implement, probably, but like I don't know. I don't know why the final stage was in Black Comet. It's so fucking stupid. Anyway, point is that it's a really good game, really solid. Never make another Boost game again, please. This is finally cemented in my head. I don't ever want another another Boost formula game because I'm done with this formula completely. I would really like something like the adventure games. Please. Okay, so UFO 50. This is one that I gave up on, and I really want to get back to it. I don't know why it didn't. I don't know. I think I just kind of got schedule slip from it. Because there's. I might play this more on my own. I might, like. I don't know. I'd have to. I want to play this again, because I actually. Okay, I really like this game. I really should get back to it, because the thing about UFO 50 is that, like. I don't like every game on it. Too overwhelmingly big of a game for me to buy. I mean, it's like $20, but like the thing about UFO 50 is that you're not gonna love every game on it because it's a big variety pack of like of retro games, and like there's some I'm never fucking playing. I'm not playing the fucking like underwater RPG. Fuck that, dude. Like I am never engaging with that for more than like 10 minutes. Rank all 50 gives me play it all the way, sure. But, like, I'm trying to remember the ones that were, like, there was the party game, where, like, you had to, like, manage, like the people in your party. That was fucking awesome. A Tactics, I remember really liking. There was, like, this strategy game with, like, I think dinosaurs that I remember really liking. There was, like, I think, like, a two-player soccer game. There was, like, a kind of a Bubble Bobble game I thought was pretty cool. What was it, like, Octocat? Not Octocat, that's a YouTube series. Mooncat, was it? That game was awesome. The game where you have like a bunch of like basically an army of people committing various forms of kamikaze. Fantastic, like little puzzle platformer. So many new ideas. Every game felt earnestly retro in the sense that like it actually carried a new idea with it. There was no game that was like Super Plumber Hero Boy, you know? Like it really does feel like a genuine library. Oh, the fucking UFO racing game also, that was fucking awesome. And the slime game where you like chain slimes, that was great. So many great games on that. Like not everyone is a winner, and there's gonna be ones that just aren't your forte. I don't think I have the patience for the golf Zelda game. But there's so many ideas present. I think I'd appreciate it a lot more now. Maybe I should play it again now. But like, yeah, it's great. I think it's a really solid game. I gave it an 8 out of 10. Honestly, it might even be. I'm gonna give it a 9 because I think, and the reason why the only reason why it's not a 10 is just because. In an ideal reality, I would love every single game, but there are some I just don't have the patience for. So it's not like again, this is not an objective ranking. This is how I feel. Of like I would give it a 10 if I loved every game, but like there are so many good games, and I appreciate the ones that I don't like because they're not inherently bad. I just don't have the balls for them. Okay, next up is Anton Blast. Oh Jesus, this is okay. So this is I have ranted about Anton Blast a lot. My review of it initially, I'm gonna make a second review of this at some point. My initial video was very positive, but now I'm extremely mixed on this game. Anton Blast... Anton Blast is like... Everyone's... Gulp! Anton Blast is a game that... I'm trying to think of a way that isn't like I'm gonna sound really mean here. I'm just gonna have to kind of like swallow my hesitation and just go for it. Anton Blast is a game that if you aren't thinking very hard is amazing, but when you wake up and it feels like being in the Matrix, where like you don't think like the second you jack out, the second you jack off, you like realize the simulation that you're in. And the house of cards crumbles. Because Anton Blast, it's a very explosive, eccentric, like game. And, like, it says a lot of things about itself that's not true. Because, I'm gonna go out right in the gate and say this, the game is not very hard. Even though it keeps priding itself as being hard, I feel like what happened is that some people died to like to levels and went, this game is hard, because you can't clear the level in like less than 3 deaths on your first playthrough. Like the game is pretty easy, and it's not, and like apart from a couple bosses, like and like the game's really, this game has no fucking ideas of its own. It's like I'm just to give my thesis statement of out of the gate. This game is a overly indulgent hodgepodge of things the developers like, without any real like attention to detail on what specifically they want out of the core of them. It's the kind of game, I describe it in the script that I'm writing as a game your friend is making. You know, do you have a friend in your game dev in like your server that's a game dev, and like they'll just post like, what if I put like CTR drift boost mechanics in my platformer, and then just like code it, they code it and like draw it in like a day, and just post it, and everyone goes, wow, that's so cool, cause they're your friend. That's what Summit Sphere feels like. My friend made a game. Like and like. The thing is that, like, okay, I'm gonna talk about Pizza Tower in comparison, and I don't like doing this. I'm gonna specifically only do it in the context of them both taking specific mechanics from Wario Land, and it's specifically how they elaborate on them. This isn't a point of, like what game is, like, the better Wario-like, stupid fucking term, or anything like that. Just, like, in Pizza Tower, right? Like, like, the Night transformation is based on the Snowball from Wario Land 4, and I think that one's actually in 2 and 3 as well, but, like, the basic idea of the Night and the Snowball is it takes the core idea of a transformation that's really bad until you find a slope, and then you become super powerful and, like, tear through the environment, because the idea of the transformations are new ways to approach the level and ways to shake up your main core gameplay, because in Wario Land your core movement is not as engaging as something like Mario. Pizza Tower doesn't have this because Pizza Tower is a very core fun moveset, but like the point is that like the initial idea of Wario Land's transformations is the idea that Wario himself is not the most engaging platformer character to control. He's slow, he's more based around technical puzzle solving, so it changes up your moveset in a way like that's less like a Kirby copy ability and more like, what's a good comparison point? There were way less transformations in Anton Blast. Yeah, like it's less like Kirby and more like, but like Donkey Kong 64 almost. Like when you like enter like a barrel and become like Tiny Kong or what, like itty bitty Tiny Kong or whatever. Like it's more of like a key to a door, but like it's interesting because like all of the different ways the transformation can be applied. And Pizza Tower is mostly new transformations, but like there are ones like the Knight that like when they take the snowball transformation, they go, okay, so this is a speed. The central core mechanical idea of Pizza Tower was that let's take the puzzle based mechanics of Wario Land, specifically the focus on action puzzle platforming in Wario Land 4, and apply it to a game centralized around the idea of a speed based moveset. They feel like Zelda, I mean, of control. That's an interesting way to put it. Actually, it's kind of like if you like stood in a little circle and you like gained the iron boots for like a limited amount of time. But like, in Pizza Tower, like you use the Knight, you go down the slope, right? But like it's not just that, you also have a double jump and a ground pound, and they design levels around the really interesting idea of like it's like it's fun to use the Knight, and it's a really inventive concept of like it actually like adds more ideas on top of the initial snowball transformation, so it feels like it's borrowing a mechanic but then fleshes it out in a really unique way that adds to like the flow of the game. Because its core idea is like basically like a speed focused Wario Land 4 inspired by the kind of movement you see in Jazz Jackrabbit. Anton Blast. So a mechanic that it takes is in Wario Land. There's an ability where you can crouch on a slope and roll into a ball, and the idea for Wario Land was that basically all like I want to use Wario Land 4 as a comparison. I like just because Wario Land 4 is the best one, but like all of Wario's base abilities in that game are based around the idea of having to pay attention to the geometry and figure out what to do with it. The dash is based around the idea of like they teach you need a long horizontal strip in order to fully dash. You need a specific slope to roll into a ball. You need and like various things that it's a very contextual moveset where you need to think, okay, I can do this move at this point and this move at this point, and like the ground pound that requires a certain amount of distance to become like supercharged, stuff like that. Where the central idea of Wario's moveset is to make you think about the geometry in a way that's way more involved than something like Mario, where you're just kind of running to the right and like rolling down slope and like sliding down slopes and shit. That's the central idea. Is that. Anton Blast isn't about that. It just takes it is the exact same move as Wario Land 4, the ball roll, but it's just there as another mechanic without any real consideration of what it does or why it's there. You just kind of sometimes roll into a ball and you knock down bowling pins and there we go. Like, which is weird because the slide's already in the game. So why are they both in the game? Why are there two different moves based around the idea of shrinking your hitbox? And also, I'm just gonna be blunt. Why is the slide in the game? Because the clutch is already okay. They put in the slide from Crash Bandicoot. And I know that's why they put it in. They're because they fucking love Crash Bandicoot. But like the point of the slide in Crash is that it makes you briefly go faster and like shrinks your hitbox. Why do you have that and the clutch, which is the same, but your hitbox doesn't shrink? Why not combine them? It makes you slower? Yeah, why is there I understand it's another ability to like engage with the environment, like how you can slide into bombs to make them go through a specific arc. I'm just like and like the game is full of shit like this where like the game claims to have a score attack focus. It doesn't. Score you just get by doing random shit. If you just play the level, the thing is that like the score mechanics aren't interesting and don't provide anything worthwhile because you just do shit and you get points and then that's it. And yeah, there's a shop you can spend shit in, but like it's stupid shit. Like, it's not things that benefit the core gameplay loop or anything. Like, you just fucking, it's just like random like cosmetics and like funny gags and shit, and like you can like once you get your maxed out health, that's it. You never need to get money ever again. Because like you can't even buy, like, because like the spray cans are like random on which ones you can buy. So like I bought the one that looks like me, and then I stopped I stopped caring about getting more spray cans other than just I wanted them all. Which even then, like, I haven't played the game in fucking months. I think like nearly a year at this point. Because there's just nothing to do, because the fucking time trial and the combo challenge are some of the stupidest challenges ever put in a fucking video game. Because, okay, one thing at a time. Like, the thing about the score tech is that, like, okay, I'm gonna talk about Pizza Tower again, just because I want to point this out. Okay, so Sonic, right? Sonic is a very score-focused platformer. There's like ways to increase your score that isn't just doing more shit that requires skill, like homing attack chains without touching the ground, for example, or like and stuff like that. Like there's like hidden monitors that like can like increase your speed or like give you like a shield and shit like that, right? What is the sun? Oh right, this is part of that fucking like noises big break thing. This is a really good song. I think it's made by Klasky Jitto. I think it was like, I don't remember the whole situation behind that, but like this is like one of the songs that got like quote unquote leaked. Very good song. They should control is easier when in health boxes than make the so hard mode. Oh my god. Okay, okay, one thing at a time. Is that like, okay, Sonic, like the score is very malleable and like a lot of different ways to increase your score, and like Rayman 3 as well. That's another score-based platform where it has like a really cool combo system that like encourages you to play better. But like, you don't need that, right? It's good to have, but like, Comic Jumper, that's a run and gun platformer on the Xbox 360. Comic Jumper has pretty static score mechanics where you just get money by killing things and like not dying and shit. But you use those upgrades to increase your health, your like there's multiple things you can upgrade that directly benefit yourself, your health, how many like emergency like screen nukes you have, how much damage you do with your guns or your melee. That's all really good. And then like, and as well, it has a fucking amazing mechanic where you can buy concept art that on top of getting the concept art, it gives you like a decimal like bonus of your earnings. So like the more concept art you buy, you'll get more and more of like an earnings bonus when you beat levels and challenges, so you then can buy more upgrades. So it's a really good loop of like actually considering what to buy with your money and wanting to get as much money as you can because it directly benefits you, and like and directly benefiting you can often give you more money. Fucking perfect gameplay loop. Anton Blast, you just get score because score is fucking like, because these fucking people don't know how to design a fucking video game. I swear to God, I don't want to be mean, but like these fucking, I swear to God, these people just like put in anything that they think is cool from another game and don't give a shit about how it actually applies. It's not that they don't give a shit. I don't want to say that they don't care, but like they just don't think about how that applies to their fucking game. It makes me go insane. You get score in Anton because other games have score? Exactly. Because a game that they like has score. And to be clear, I think Wario Land 4 has a similar issue where, like, the score you get in that game through, like, money is put into, like, playing mini-games to get coins that can like, make the boss somewhat easier by, like, attacking it. That's kind of a weird loop. It's, like, it works, and like, but like, I think it could be improved notably. And Pizza Tower does this with the ranking system and the P ranks, where it's okay that the score is so static. There's not really ways to increase your score in ways that aren't just do more, because the idea is that the score is like a percentage gateway to the S rank, and doing that all without losing your combo gets you the P rank. I'm okay with that very static score system because of that. So those are two examples I point to: Comic Jumper and Pizza Tower that I think are really good methods of incentivized in a very simplistic score system that contribute to a core gameplay loop. Anton Blast doesn't have that because they worked fucking backwards from we want our game to be explosive and have epic fucking points. And like, this is such a lopsided game that it has Jewel Ghoul, which is one of the best platformer bosses I've ever played. It's nearly perfect. I think it's genuinely, like, I think it's of Cuphead quality. Straight up, I'm gonna be that bold. I think it is a perfect platform boss fight. And it also has terrible ones. It also has fucking, like, the theater, like Boss Buster, and, like, the tiny Boss Buster, that are like, who fucking put this, who, like, this isn't the 90s anymore. Like, if this was, like, 1996, I'd be like, okay, well, these are kind of bad, but, like, you know, we're experimenting. But this is 2024. You can't do this anymore. Like, you can't just, like, go, oh, we didn't know any better. You should know better. Because we live in a fucking age of, like, effort, like, infinite postmodernism, where, like, you can learn so much in such little amount of time that I'm not gonna forgive you for not knowing the basic shit of what's fun or not. Like, we're in an age where it's so easy to learn these tools, and you're just not doing them. I knew this shit when I was 17. I was a stupid fucking 17-year-old. So what's your excuse, you know? Like, what were you doing during that time? Like, this is your job now. Like, this game is profitable. You are making money from this. This isn't like a free-to-play game made by a teenager. You should know these things. It's not excusable that you couldn't know these things. Everyone knows these things. And it makes me go crazy. Okay, this is one of those things. It's not even like a it's just one of those weird fucking Antonisms that just make me go crazy. Why are there two types of boss fight? And one of them is notably worse. There are two types of boss fight against the boss busters, and then like the four actual main bosses. They have two different health meter types for some reason. And all of the boss busters are mediocre at best. They are easily worse than the main boss fights because they're just less interesting and like fall on the most basic platformer convention for boss fights. Something that the main bosses actually avert in a way that's really interesting. I was discussing it on stream while like trying to do a perfect run of Jewel Ghoul. That like it was like such a fun and smart idea. Like it's even like an evolution of kind of like some of the stuff that Wario Land 4 was experimenting with. It felt like a really genius method of like evolution of like how to apply your fucking like combat in a platformer like that. It's so inspiring to me. And then there's ones that just suck. And it's like, who the fuck put this in the video game? If you like, I understand, like, genuinely, if they removed all of the boss busters and put that effort into, like, maybe one or two more, let's be generous and say that all of the work into those four bosses could be put into, like, maybe 2 levels max. Maybe just 1. I take that infinitely. Just have, like Jewel Ghoul, fucking Freako Dragon, Reina Dane, and Satan. That's all you need. Like, it's... And here's my final thing about Anton Blast. Just, like, this is my big question, and is why I'm gonna give this one... Do I have a maybe? I'm gonna give this one a maybe. You know what? Yeah, maybe. No, you know what? I don't recommend this game. I don't think it's that... I think your money and time is better spent elsewhere. Like, I'll give it a 6, because it's not bad. But, like, genuinely... Like... It's nothing. Because what is... Okay... What is the core mechanical idea of Anton Blast? What is the pitch of it? And don't say Wario Land X Crash Bandicoot. That means fucking nothing. Actually tell me, like, I'm gonna... Okay, one more thing before that. Like, the combo challenges and the time trials are fucking awful. Like, the time trials are like, why did you just take the Crash Bandicoot time trial system wholesale and add nothing? It's the exact same mechanically entirely. When, like, okay, so the game's what if, like, the game, it's so focused on score, right? Hypothetically, but, like, just, like, theoretically, all right, your game is a ton of, like, focused on like score and explosive action. What if instead of the time crates, what if every time you gain, like, let's say 1,000 points or something? I have to look at the actual metrics for, like how much points you get in a short amount of time in that game. But, like, let's say every 1,000 points you get, the timer pauses for a second. Boom. Then you don't have to change the level design to include all these fucking time crates, and, like, it's a unique system for your game that is based on its own mechanics. And I would go, like, oh, that's a really interesting idea for time trials. That's, like, obviously inspired by what Crash Bandicoot did, but, like, gives a spin on it in a really unique way, because now, like, all of the mechanics of the normal level that you would be ignored, like you don't fight enemies much in time trials, obviously. Like, you kind of ignore everything but the main objective, but, like, now you're thinking about, like, oh, if I get this out like, offshoot collectible, this could really improve my time. Or, like, if you like, kill a bunch of enemies, you'll get more time. And now it's a balance of, like, how much time are you wasting versus how much are you getting back. And I think that's a really interesting dynamic that, like, they could have done. And I'm not saying that's, like, the thing that they should have done completely, but, like, that's an idea that's, like, new. And it's, like, people are very sensitive about comparing Anton Blast to Pizza Tower, and I totally get it, because I hate the Wario-like shit of, like, this was way too better Wario-like. Fucking stupid, annoying comparison that's, like, not interesting at all. Why did you put in Pizza Tower's P-Rank challenge in your game completely unchanged? And it's even worse, because in Pizza Tower, you can, like, the levels are designed for P-ranking, and are also, like, when you don't have a health meter in that game. When you get hit, you just lose points, and, like, your combo meter is, like, cut in half. But you can still make a recovery if you're good. If you're actually, like, there are times where you'll take a hit, but if you're fast enough, you can actually, like get enough points to keep your combo meter up and still win, because the score is not, like, the score is not that fucking what's the word? Like, the score is not that, like, it's loose enough to be able to do that. In Anton Blast, you can take they remove the health pickups. They keep your health meter at 3 even if you upgrade it. And if you die once, you have to play 10-minute levels all over again with no checkpoints and 3 hits. Who genuinely thought this was, like, you can't do that. You know you can't do that. This is not an acceptable thing in 2024. I'm not comfortable fucking blaming ignorance on these guys, because they should genuinely know better. Like, I could tell you as a fucking 15-year-old that's a bad idea. And I'm not the smartest person in the fucking world. There are better game designers than me. Like, there are people who are way more experienced in this. And I understand, and again, I said earlier the game's too easy, and now I'm complaining about difficulty. The problem isn't that it's hard. The problem is that what music is playing? Oh, fuck yes. Okay, turn that shit up. The problem isn't that it's hard. The problem is that it's not something that feels like, okay. Here's a lesson, Anton Blast devs, if you're listening. The reason why hard games are fun is because they force a level of engagement and understanding with the mechanics that an easy game has a harder time doing. That's why I like harder games, is because I like when a game forces you to engage with it on its terms, and hard games are really good at doing that. The problem with the combo challenges is that they're difficult in a way that makes it unengaging, because they're just difficult because they're stupid and, like, incompetently designed. And if it's hard because it's, like, if it's hard in a way that feels stupid, that doesn't make me engage with it more. And I want to make it very clear. One of my favorite games of all time is I Want to Be the Guy. I love I Want to Be the Guy a lot. That game is really well designed. Like, there are obviously some stuff that is bullshit, but, like, there is some really smartly designed... The game is really smartly designed because it knows you, and it uses difficulty as a form of engagement and comedy. You actually, like, the ways it messes with you are funny. It makes you laugh. Anton Blast is not engagingly hard because the levels are not hard. The levels are actually pretty easy, but you're applying bullshit challenges onto it. Like, I'm thinking about how, like, I was reading the art book of Cuphead, and they talked about how, like, they wanted to make it so you could beat every boss in under 2 minutes with only, like, a couple of exceptions. I think the exceptions being, like, King Dice, and I think maybe, Chef Saltbaker, I think... Like almost every fight can be beaten in 2 minutes or less, and they did that. Like, they didn't say why they did that, but the implication is that the idea of it is that they wanted to make sure the bosses are never too, like, grueling, because, like, Cuphead can take you a long time if you need, like, a lot of, like, time to, like, get good at the game. But Cuphead also is a really short game when you're really good at it. I can beat that game in, like, 2 hours. Like speedruns in that game are super short, and they, even when they don't do any major skips, just because beating that game, like, without any deaths is really short. And that's why I don't like a lot of modern, like hard rage games, because they try to make the game hard in uninteresting ways of, like, just losing progress. And, like, there are some games that are like that are good, but I think a lot of them are just, like, think that, like, I don't know, recent update destruction exploration base, we gotta look around for destroyables, which is a step in the right direction. Oh yeah, I saw it, like, yeah, I never played it, but, like, they did, like, some kind of update where there's, like a meter where you gotta destroy things, and it's like, whatever, man. But, like, the big problem with Anton Blast is that it's nothing. It is nothing but an overly indulgent slop of things, and I don't mean slop as, like literally, like, it's a big, messy pile of gruel of things that developers like, without enough consideration for how those things blend. It feels like a game that your friend made, and you're, like, nice about it, because all of the unique and fun aspects of the game are in its personality and its aesthetic. It feels like it has this specific stink that pisses me off in indie games, where it's like artist or, like, animator or, like, whatever wants to make a game, and the gameplay, like, the gameplay, like, pitch is just, it's this game, but my little guys are in it. That's what Anton Blast is like, and that's what, like, that new game, that new, like, WarioWare game by the Boombuster people, Buster Jam, it kind of has that stink to it, where it's like WarioWare, but my funny guys are in it, and it's like, that's great for you, but who gives a shit? You know? Like, your core mechanical pitch for Anton Blast should not just be, it's these 2 games and my guys are in it. Because, I'm just, like, it drives me mad. You know? Because why should I care about it at all? Apart from that, because, like, the game art is beautiful. I hear some people, like, have issues with clarity. I don't have that issue with clarity. I think the game is readable enough, although, but, like, I've heard that issue. The music is one of the best soundtracks ever made. I think Anton and Annie are really fun characters, and, like, Brulo as well. I like all of, like, the aesthetic aspects, I think, are, like, really solid. It's just mechanically the game completely falls apart when you actually look under the hood. Because it has no new ideas, basically. It's just a hodgepodge of things that they like, and it's not engaging on a deeper level, because the time trials are too fucking long. When you make the second review, the thumbnail is the back of Anton's silhouette with a beer looking at the sunset. I actually had like a pitch perfect idea for the thumbnail where, you know that image of, like, Wario sad going, "I've won, but at what cost?" I want that in the background, and the foreground is like a silhouette of, like, Anton, like sitting next to a tree, like, screaming into the night sky. I really want that to be the thumbnail. Or either that or like it's like Rich Evans, right? That image of like Rich Evans on the couch with like a beer, and it's like trying to be Anton. Poison resistance, I'm gonna say medium because this game sucks. That's too mean. The thing is, it's not unfun, but like there's a really good okay, I want to say this quickly and then we'll move on because I want to talk about other games. There is a fantastic Stephen King quote from his book on writing called On Writing, where he says, if you're having trouble if you have a part of the story that doesn't work, but you want to keep it because it's good, always scrap it, because the whole thing is supposed to be good. Anton Blast is a mechanically fine game, but it should be that, you know? That should not be our bar, is that it's mechanically fine. You know? I think that's not fair. Cause that's the bare minimum. Like, we should go into something with the bare minimum that's gonna be good. You shouldn't be going, like that's what it makes me go mad. And, I need to, okay. There's a saying I've been saying, I'm gonna say this and then move on. There's a saying I've been talking about a lot called something validating its own existence. And what I mean by that is that a game is, there's a pitch, there's a thesis statement, and then the game validates its existence by showing you that pitch. Like, Mario 64 is a game... Oh, I can fucking review this now, actually. Okay, let's do that after Yoshi's Island. Mario 64 is a game... I removed the rating of this because I want to talk about it now that I've actually, fully beaten it vanilla. Mario 64's pitch is basically what is a 3D platformer, right? And, let's figure out, what if we do something structured like this? It's a pitch, and it validates its own existence through that pitch. It goes, let's make it a platformer in 3D, and let's show you the advantages that 3D has. Let's make a game about why 3D is the next step in video games. And for a more modern example, right? Hold on, I'm gonna remove the. Actually, no, let's keep that. Yeah. More modern pitch, Undertale. Undertale is a game that validates its own existence because it has a mechanical and aesthetical pitch. Its basic pitch mechanically is both, let's make a game where interacting with the dialogue is a primary part of the gameplay loop, and as well, the game also has the idea of, what if you played miniature bullet hell segments to avoid RPG, avoiding damage in RPG, as a method of elaborating upon stuff like the Mario and Luigi games, or Paper Mario and stuff, where you can avoid or block attacks. Hold on, I need to drink my water. Oh, that's good. Okay. Oh, okay. Anton Blast has no mechanical pitch, apart from just adding shit from other games. I don't count what if the fucking Virtual Boy Wario Land Shoulder Bash had CTR drift boosting. That's not a fucking main pitch for your game. And I'm gonna bring up Pizza Tower one more time. I'm sorry I keep bringing it up, but it's just Pizza Tower I consider literally a perfect video game. And one that, I keep pointing to as a method of, because it's very... It wears its influence on its sleeve, but isn't annoying about it. And, Pizza Tower's pitch is, let's make a game based around the dash mechanic from Wario Land 4, and elaborate on it, and make a whole speed-based game based off of that mechanic. Because it was a mechanic that could have been used a lot... it's a mechanic that can be elaborated upon a lot more. It has a lot of potential. It's fun. But, for a puzzle-based platform, a slower platform like Wario Land, you can't really get much out of it. So, let's make a speed-based platform based around that idea. Perfect pitch. Anton Blast has no pitch. Don't play it. It's not worth it. Oh, okay. Let's let's take a direct turn from a game that I used to like and don't as much anymore to a game I used to not like and like way more now. I'm gonna be bold and say Yik. So I'm gonna say something bold. Yik was always good. To be clear, mechanically sucked shit originally, but like there was always a really strong narrative in there that was hidden by the fact that the game was like really poorly put together. It's a game that like was hard to understand because basically the point of the game is that you're supposed to ask a lot of questions, but because the gameplay was bad, the questions came off as problems and not specific things you're meant to think about. If you go into the game with this is gonna sound really stupid, but hear me out. If you go into the game like with the expectation that it is good and the writers are smart, the things that become problems are now questions you ask that get answered. Stuff like the anachronisms of like characters saying things that they shouldn't say in 1999, and like when you I love Alex as a main character because he's such a fucking loser and he's so annoying and stupid, and like the game knows that, and the game is from his perspective, who's like a huge annoying narcissist. So there's so many, like, I love the moment where he like goes into his fucking mind palace to argue with himself because someone just said that he was being kind of an asshole. It's such a funny game in that sense, and like I think that like Yik's reputation means that you can't really, it's a hard game to criticize for me as someone that really liked it, because I don't even want to criticize them, which is a really weird thing to say, because it just feels mean in a sense that like I don't think every joke lands. I think some of the dialogue is kind of cringeworthy from the regular NPCs that kind of feel like Earthbound table scrappings, but I think all of the main characters are really solid. I really like the new gameplay for Yik 1.5, which is like a free update if you don't know. I kind of fell off the game just because I was like, I don't know, I think I was just like, I want to get back to it though because it was really like one of the most fun RPG combat I've played in a long time, and like I'm really glad that they dished all of the real time like avoid and like action command systems to make something entirely their own. I think that was such a smart move, and I really commend the developers for that. So I'm gonna say 8. I'm gonna give it a yes. I'm gonna give it medium poison because it is a postmodern game in the actual sense where there's a lot of it's a very strange game, and you kind of have to mash its freak a little bit, but like no game should appeal to everybody. And I know that sounds like a cop-out, but like I really like this game. I really want to beat it. I still haven't seen, because they're like my friend June, who like was always a Yik fan, has told me like shit that like there's like a lot of new shit once you get past. There's a lot of new shit that happens that like I think the ending's completely different too. So I'm really excited for that. I really want to see what this game has to offer because I haven't seen anything about where it goes once it like stops being the original story. I've seen nothing. I've seen nothing of Yik 1.5 other than what I've played. So I really want to get back to this game. I'm playing a couple other RPGs right now, but once I'm done with them, I think I want to go back to Yik. I guess you don't want that restaurant-style meal after all. That's awesome. Anyway, sorry, I was reading a message from my fiance. Emma. Did you miss Yik? Unfortunately, yes, you missed. I just got done talking about Yik, but yeah, I really like Yik 1.5. I know it's pronounced Y2K, but I'm sorry. I love these developers. I love this game. Nobody calls it Y2K. It's Yik. And I love this game. I don't like the ironic culture surrounding it. I swear, the jetpack joyride theme. I love this game a lot. I don't like the culture surrounding it. I think people are really annoying about it. I've been saying lately, like you know, we need to stop yicking out and we need to start yicking in. All right, us unironic Yik fans, we're yicking in. Those guys can yick out. We're yicking in. All right, we're yicking right the fuck in. You should go try Yik if you want to see the adventures of a bumbling, stupid asshole tell you his life story in a really shitty way because he's not a. Because, like, Alex is not a great writer, but like the developers are in a really fun dynamic, you know, like again, like like immerse yourself in the idea that this is like being told by an in-universe character, and lines like "I sighed as the elevator shaked, vibrating with motion." Laugh really like get a big laugh out of me because I'm like certain that was a purposefully shitty line from Alex. He's a fucking idiot. He's not exactly an unreliable narrator. He's just kind of a narcissist and a stupid asshole. Yeah, I love Yik a lot. Really good game. Also, the new gameplay is just really fun. I love the Carta system. Very great. I love you, Yik. It's great. All right. Super Mario Bros. 3. Not as good as Yik 1.5. Not as good as Yik 1.5. I'm sorry to say. Let me turn on my fan. It was raining before, but now it's not. I'm gonna give this, I think, a 6, but I'll recommend it. Maybe a 7. I did not have a great time. I had a good time with it. You know, I'll give it a 7 because I think it just like got way too hard in the later half or quarter. I'm gonna give it low poison because it's fucking Super Mario. I think the game's really fun. I think it's it's got a lot of really, it's a really smart evolution of the Mario formula. It kind of feels pure in a way, in the sense that it feels like kind of like the last Mario game where all they did was just evolve and they didn't have to have any gimmicks. Even Mario World, like it does that, but it has Yoshi, you know, and sorry, drinking my water. Well, Mario 3 is like the last like Mario sequel where it felt like they were still going like, what is a 2D platformer, you know? And I think it again, it's very pure in that way. And it's a really fun game. It kind of starts rotting in the final bit, but maybe that was just my playthrough. Yeah, it's solid 7. I want to play it again. Maybe I'll like it a lot more. But it has so many ideas for an NES platformer. Like this really cemented the formula of Mario platformers, where like every level is a new gimmick. Every level has a new idea, and I think that's a really cool way to design a game like this. And I think I would like to see more. Because a lot of more indie platformers go either the Celeste shtick of like really small like the Meat Boy Celeste shtick of like really small, more like Monkey Ball-esque like rooms or levels, or they go for like the Sonic, Wario, Pizza Tower approach of like 10 levels that are like longer and more elaborate. I'd like to see someone really try and innovate the Mario level structure, because the thing about Verified 6 oh fuck, oh I want to play Bestified so badly. Oh, do not tell me anything about Bestified. I'm gonna play Bestified soon. Oh fuck, I want to play Bestified so. When I'm done with one of my series right now, I'm gonna play Bestified. That's my guarantee. That and Chain Good, which we'll talk about in a bit. Anyway, cause I think there's a lot of merit, because the big problem with like Mario level structure is that the levels get really samey visually, and I want to see a game experiment with how to make each level in a world feel distinct visually without too many resources, and that's what I want to do for a game I want to make at some point. Well, like maybe I'll show that game one day, but it's a fun thing to think about. Mario in the Multiverse, fucking great. I'm gonna give this another 8 out of 10. This is a Metroidvania, but I don't like a lot of Metroidvanias, but I really like this game, probably because Mario 64. Really fun gimmick. I would love to see a sequel to this with the same gimmick, where it's such a fucking perfect formula of every level. It's a collab hack where every level is made by a different ROM hacker, and each level is based on a different piece of media. I think it's all video games. Oh no, there's a Walking Dead level. So it's mostly video games, a couple non-video game things. But like, there's like a level based on Battle for Bikini Bottom. There's a level based on Pizza Tower. A level based on Rayman 3. Whoever did that one is my hero. And it's such a unique format because how it works is every level has its own item you get from it. Like the Pokemon level gives you a Pokeball with like a Dragonite in it, lets you essentially perform a double jump. What are the other levels? You can get a shotgun from the Walking Dead level. That's the same as a shot. No, it's from Doom, I think. Yeah, there's a level based on Doom 64 where you get the shotgun, and it's and there's so many. There's like every level has a, and also like for a collab hack, it's surprisingly like cohesive. Like there's no, like every level has things to do in, every level has like things to do with other items in like a really cohesive way. There's like really there's like Mario Sunshine like secret level kind of things where like you enter a room and it's like a disconnected void where you need to use a certain power up. But like for the most part, it's like really, it's just so well designed, and like I would love to see there's like some returning people, but also maybe some new people. In no repeat games is the only rule I'd ask for. Like, and I want to see, like, I would love to see what other games, because, like, there's a Katana Zero level, which is fucking awesome, and you can get, like, you can get Mario high on Kronos, which, if you know the story of Katana Zero, you know it's really fucking funny. Like, this game is, like, this is one of the best ROM hacks I've ever played. At least of Mario 64. I'm gonna give low poison because it's a really good hack that, like, kind of stands on its own as just a game to play. That like has the same movement as Mario 64. I've played some Banjo-Kazooie is like a platformer. It's not a very good platformer. I like the game, to be clear. It's more of an adventure game with like where like you use like shit to solve. It's more like it almost feels Zelda-like in a way where you use your different moves to solve like puzzles almost. This feels like a perfect mix of like Mario and Banjo because there's still the platforming, but there's also like task-based objectives that are really smart. And I'd love to see this iterated on with like more ideas. There was a James Bond level. And like shit like that. It was such fun to discover every level in the game. So like really fun experience. I might even give it a 9 actually, because of how much fun. But also like some of the levels were kind of a drag. The Walking Dead level was it was very laggy, and like some tasks were not amazing. Like by being a collab hack, some levels were better than others. I think an 8 is fine, but like I don't think I would ever 100% this game. But like I had a really fun time playing through it normally. So yeah, hard recommend on that one. I think I like if I replayed it, I might give it a 9. But I really had fun. And to bless every recommend, it's really funny giving out user reviews. Listen, I've grown a lot in a year, alright? And like the thing is, this isn't like a hard no, it's just like there's so many other games that are better and more worth your time, is the thing. Like there are way better platformers out there that you can play. Like Mario in the Multiverse, which is that's not a comparable 2 games. One of them's a fucking 3D Metroidvania collectathon. But like, if you want like a really if you want like a 2D platform with has really like fast movement and like has a similar like almost bunny hop like system, play Donkey Kong Country and the Rayman UbiArt games, Origins and Legends. Those two have kind of similar movement systems, and they're way more fun and have way more smart and like new ideas, and I think are really enjoyable. And also are just two like very pretty games. I like hard recommend like the DKC games or the Rayman UbiArt games. Also, it's not a speed platformer, but if you want a hard platform with beautiful visuals, play Rayman 1. Rayman 1 is one of my favorite games of all time. But that's the story for later. Let's talk about fucking Sonic Heroes. Sonic Heroes, I actually liked more than I thought I would. I'm gonna give it a 7 out of 10. My problem is that the game's level design is really good until it's not. There are some parts that are like if like the first few levels are fucking fantastic, but the game, and also like not every like if you just play Team Sonic, there's gonna be a couple like poopy levels, but like for the most part, it's a pretty fun time. Team Rose, I think, is too simplified and shit. Hi, May. I think Team Rose is too simplified. I think Team Chaotix is too weird and gimmicky. Team Dark has some of the best level design, but it also is like way too long. I think even Sonic's levels are too long. But Team Dark's levels are too long. If you split them up into chunks, like 3-ish minute chunks, perfect. And apart from like some levels of Team Dark that are not as great. Dinking my order. It's an kind of an imbalanced game like Sonic Adventure 2, but like in a different way. I'm gonna actually recommend this game, but I'm gonna give it a medium poison level because it is a very janky game. It takes the thing is, so people are gonna say nostalgia for this. That like, did I give this a higher? No, I give this. I think I actually like this game overall more with than Adventure 2. I like the parts of Adventure 2 I like way more, but I think Adventure 2 has lower lows. Sonic Heroes' lowest low is just like, this is not very fun, whereas Adventure 2's lowest lows are like, fuck you, dude. Because like nothing in Heroes is as bad as Final Chase or Mad Space. Final Chase is so bad. Oh, I love the aesthetic of Heroes. I think my favorite looking Sonic game is still Adventure 1, but like, I like the very classic-y, very like wax candle, like plastic look of Heroes. I love this. This is one of the best Sonic soundtracks as well. It's a really it is a game that like is very magical, I would say. In the same way that Adventure 1 is. I think it has even more magic than Adventure 1, I'd say, in terms of, like this is, like, brain chemistry altering. You know? And, like, I haven't played this game since I was very young. I have, like, no nostalgia for it. It just has that, like, it has instant nostalgia factor. It feels very childish in a sense of, like, it feels like something that you would play as a kid. I know I literally said, here's the thing, I haven't played it since I was, like, a literal 4-year-old, right? I don't have nostalgia for it. I don't have, like, positive memories associated with it. I just remember that I played it a little bit. But, like, I love how this game looks. I think in it is the best 3D Sonic game, like Adventure 2, but both of them don't fully deliver on that, so they're equal in my head. I think they're both pretty solid 3D Sonics. Better than Anton Blast. Not as good as Yoko 0.5 though. Let's not get crazy here. Let's not lose our heads right now. How long have I been going? An hour and a half? It feels like it's been longer. I guess an hour is a long time. Super Mario World. I'm gonna give a solid 8 out the gate. Low poison tolerance, just very quickly. This is just an all-around great game. No big caveats, really. I think it's just a really solid 2D platformer. If you put this out today, I think it will be regarded as a really solid 2D platformer still. Like, if you put out, like, Mario, like, 1... Oh yeah, SRB2OC. Ember! Hi, Ember. I mentioned you earlier, because I said that my fiance was DMing me. Ember, subscribe to me. I'm an affiliate now. Anyway. Yeah, like, if you put this game out today, like, it wouldn't be, like, a masterpiece, but I think it would be really well regarded as, like, just a really solid, fun 2D platformer. First subscription, baby. Woo! Subscribe to me and give me bits and shit. I think it's a really solid game. I would have... Honestly, my problems with it are, like, I think if this game had a stronger aesthetic, then it would be a 10 out of 10. I think that, like... I need to make subscriber icons, I just remembered. I think if this game had the look of, like, Plock or Donkey Kong Country, two other Super Nintendo platformers, I think this would maybe even be a 9 or a 10. Because it's really solid mechanically, but misses the brain rot for me. It doesn't have the brain rot factor, which is why it's stuck in an 8, which is where like most Mario games are, honestly. Like it's a really solid game. Mechanically, it has it has so many ideas like Mario 3. It's really just impressive considering it was like a launch title for the Super Nintendo. Such a showcase. Oh fuck! Thank you, Nutter Butter. Woo! We got a hype train. Oh my god. Fuck yeah. If any of you have Amazon Prime, then you can very easily just like subscribe. I think if you have Amazon Prime, you can just subscribe to me for free, right? Is that how it works? Anyway, yeah, I think this is really solid. I would really. I also love the ROM hack scene for it. I love how like I love Mario games because they're just like a game about being a platformer and extrapolating on that concept. They're so pure in that way. And I think Mario World brings so much to the table. It's super inspiring. It's really fun. I just really wish there was more aesthetically. It doesn't hit that brain rot factor for me. Thank you, Amber. So yeah, it's really solid. Have like big recommend. I just really again, if it looked like Plock or Donkey Kong Country, if it had like, if Plock had this game's gameplay, that would be a fucking masterpiece right there. Because I love Plock a lot. Like I'm like just thinking about the Super Nintendo games with like strong aesthetics. But yeah, there's not much to say about Mario World honestly, apart from the fact that like I would like to get all the secret levels in this game at some point, like do the Star Road and the Special World and shit. Oh man. Oh damn, 200 bits from Ruby, thank you. Hell yeah. That's fucking sick, thank you so much. Pew pew. But alright, yeah, that's not really much to say about Mario World, it's really solid. Oh yeah, it introduced like secret exits and shit, which is really cool. And like the whole overworld system was really fun. Again, it's the same thing as Mario 3, where I just wish there was more visual and audio variety. There's not enough music in this game. That's one of the biggest problems for me, like aesthetically. There is not enough music. There's a decent amount of level themes, but like there's like 5 fucking level songs, I swear. And like the music doesn't bang hard enough. If this game had the soundtrack of like again, Plock or Donkey Kong Country, that'd be masterful. I love Plock's gameplay, by the way. Don't catch me. Don't think I'm throwing strays at Plock. Oh, bye, Nutter Buddy. Oh, I can feel my throat start to hurt. Deltarune. Yeah, I mean, I'm okay. I'm gonna give it a 9 out the gate. I'm actually gonna go back. I think I'm gonna give Undertale an 8, actually. And I'm gonna explain why in a sec. Deltarune is such an inspiring game. It's so fun. It's so, like, itself. It has such a strong identity. It has... Like, the game is story-focused, but it actually has so many mechanical ideas. It knows it can't just be a game where you engage with the story. It knows it's presenting mechanical ideas based around engaging with the narrative. It's just an inspiring and captivating game. You guys have known when Chapter 3 and 4 came out, I was talking about Deltarune for fucking ages afterwards. I would not stop talking about Deltarune theories. And I was going crazy on the stream theorizing. Like it's such a magical experience watching this game unfold. I think its episodic structure is actually perfect. I know it was unintentional on Toby's part. I think he always wanted the game to be all at once. But like I actually think playing the game as it's released has been so good for like getting invested into it and like theory crafting, like figuring shit out. I think it's perfect for that. The reason why Deltarune's at a 9 and not a 10... Oh shit, a gifty! Woo! Yeah! Woo! Did you have to pay for that as well? Fuck, dude, this hype train is fucking awesome. I'm getting so much money today. Anyway, the reason why Delta's at a 9 and Undertale's at an 8 is that both of these games are mechanically fun, but the second you beat it, having to replay either of these games is some of the most mentally exhausting shit I've ever done in a video game. And that might be controversial because I know some people love like the bullet hell systems of Undertale and Deltarune. These are terrible RPGs. They're great games. They are not fun at all as RPGs because they're the most because Deltarune, especially when it's trying to be more of an actual RPG, it's bad at it. Really bad at it actually. Because the battles are fun once. Oh wow, unlockable emotes. Like, hey, Miss Wholesome. Deltarune's equipment system is just, you get a new one and then it replaces the other. I have not taken off the rubber blade for Chris at all, because I've had no reason to not use the weapon that just increases your defense, because I don't fight in the game ever, except for like a couple of mandatory fights, where even then, Susie is better for that. And like, the thing about action commands, this is my big rant, I actually kind of don't like action commands in turn-based RPGs. I mean, I like them, but I actually don't. I actually prefer either full real-time or full turn-based. And the reason why is because, like, the thing for me is that people, like, refighting Undertale and Deltarune enemies is hell. Refighting enemies in Undertale and Deltarune is never fun in any way, because it's the same song and dance each time, it's the same bullet patterns each time. They're fun for one encounter and then that's it. And the problem with that is that if you want your game to like realistically come out and have any amount of notable length, you're gonna have to repeat those encounters. Because in RPGs, there's a lot of repeat encounters. But repeat encounters in Undertale and Deltarune are literally never fun. Ever. They're always fucking tiring and monotonous. And to be clear, let me make it clear in the sand, this game was a 9 out of 10. The only problem with it is that after you do it once, I'm never doing it again. I love this game a lot. Once the game is fully finished, and I've done that, but like, I never want to do this again. Because I've been playing Dark Cloud recently. I might stream it at some point, but like not like the whole game. I love Dark Cloud. It's an action RPG. That game is like, the grinding can sometimes be like a bit tiring, but like the action combat in that game is really fun and engaging and like smartly designed, and like you're constantly working towards shit. Like, you're leveling up, like, your weapons have XP in that game, and like they also have like an HP system that like you have to make sure that like they don't break, and you have to level them up, and it makes you constantly think about what you're doing while you're fighting. And like a turn-based RPG, like the combat isn't like as moment-to-moment fun, because like you're designed to do it a lot, and like it's more based around strategy, and like when you're grinding, you can just kind of get into it like a zen state. Undertale and Deltarune and like a lot of action command turn-based RPGs have the worst of both, where you need to be constantly engaged, but it's the same shit every time, and it's so slow. In Undertale and Deltarune, you do the act, and then you fucking avoid the bullet, and you do the act again, you avoid the bullet, and then you spare them, and that's it. And oh my god, it's so fucking annoying after the initial encounter. It's like, I've heard this, I have heard this problem with Pizza Tower. I kind of agree, in that, like, when P-ranking, like, once you P-rank a level once in Pizza Tower, it stops being fun, because now you know how to do it, and there's no more challenge, and it just feels kind of like going through the motions. I kind of agreed with that. Like, there are ways to spice it up, but, like, that is kind of, like, it's not a problem. It's just more so like it's like a nitpick with Pizza Tower, because, like, you P-ranking them is fucking fantastic and extremely fun. Hype chest. Oh, we got the spill the tea emote. Okay. But like that's why I can't give Deltarune a 10 out of 10. It is better than Undertale in every way. I think it's a more interesting story. I think it's more fun, even regarding the problems with the fucking combat being repetitive. I think it's a bit too... I feel like you would shorten the game by a couple hours. It feels like sometimes there's things where it's like, you could probably shorten the 8-bit sections by a bit. By just a little bit in Chapter 3. Chapter 4, I feel like you could probably remove like certain gameplay moments. Some of it, a lot of it's essential storytelling stuff, but like, I feel like the game is going to be a bit too long once it's done. Like, it's like, like, Chapter 3 and 4 took me like 10 hours, right? And like, I had to play Chapter 1 and 2 like individually, so like, it's like 15 to 20 hours now, right? So it's going to be a very long game when it's done. So yeah, that's these are all like honestly like small potatoes though. Oh no, it's not a 10 out of 10 video game. Oh no. Oh fuck. A lot of my time was spent complaining, but like I'm gonna give it a 9. You guys know why Deltarune is good, okay? I don't have to explain it to you. It's really, really fun, engaging game, really inspiring to me as a writer and a game designer. I wonder what's gonna happen after Deltarune for Toby Fox, because I doubt he's just done making video games after that, right? Like, I wonder if he's gonna do an... I would like to see Toby Fox attempt a game that isn't an RPG. I think it's still probably gonna be story focused, but like I want to see him attempt like I don't know, a platformer or a fighting game or some shit like that, or like a fucking Zaldo venture game. Because obviously like RPGs are the things he likes the most, but like I want to see his game design on something that's not an RPG, because I think I kind of want to give Toby Fox his sink or swim moment. Does that make sense? Of like I want to see if like how good he is as a game designer in general. This isn't me wanting to see him fail. I think it would be kind of funny if his game after Deltarune was mediocre. I think it would be kind of funny if like, but like that's not me hoping he fails. It's me just thinking like I wonder how good he will be when he's not doing it in like a very story based like RPG kind of thing. Because he's not dumb, right? Like he's good at this, but it's very clear that like Undertale and Deltarune are playing to his strengths, you know. Anyway, Super Mario World 2 Yoshi's Island. This is a solid fucking... I fucking love this game. You know, remember when I said with Mario World, oh, it's a great game, but I wish it had more of it, like an aesthetic identity? Yoshi's Island. Music, solid. Visuals, fucking beautiful. One of the best looking Super Nintendo games. One of the best looking 2D platformers. Gameplay, super inventive. I want to see Nintendo make more platformers that aren't Mario. Like, I want them to not be... Because I haven't played Donkey Kong Bonanza, but I've like seen stuff of it, and it looks like really inventive and like unique. I've heard some issues with it though, but like... But like, I just love how the game feels. It's like, I think it feels a lot better than any other Mario game. I love that there's no fucking run button finally. I think the egg throwing and shit is like such a unique mechanic for a platformer. It's so inventive, it has so many ideas. The way it uses the Super FX chip is so cool. The sprite rotation and the scaling and the fucking like weird 3D. I love this game so much, and I think it was easily my favorite. I think it's my favorite Mario platformer. Maybe. Well, no, it's like I think Mario's. Fuck, it's so hard. It's like this, Wonder, and 64 are like all competing for me. Competing for my love. Also, just it's a great cozy game. I miss when I don't like the modern cozy game trend of like. I wish there was Dark Cloud in here so I could talk about this more. I don't like the modern cozy game trend of like, quote unquote cozy games having to be like you're a suburban mom like cleaning your house, when like I consider Yoshi's Island a great cozy game, even though it's still like a strong like platformer, you know, and it doesn't have to like confine itself to like cottagecore bullshit. That like my cozy games are like Baldi's on the like Baldi's the RTS, not Baldi's Basics. Uh, fucking Dark Cloud. Uh, and games like that, like those are great cozy games. I think Yoshi's Island is a great it's not as much of a cozy game for me, just because it's like it get pretty hard. But like Dark Cloud and like Baldi's, again, not Baldi's Basics, Baldi's the real time strategy, are fantastic cozy games. And this game is a very strong like like I just miss, you know, I don't like the modern cozy game trend. I want to be the co-op. This was the worst stream I've ever done in my life. Swagwin is a really funny guy, but like this was a terrible idea because of how demanding the game was for our brains, and we have to entertain chat. So this was like the worst stream I've ever done. Really inventive game though. I think I'm gonna give this, I think, a 7. I think it's a bit too much for me. It's very hard. I'm gonna give this a maybe in terms of recommendation. Medium point. I'm gonna actually say high, because not only do you have to be attuned to I Wanna games, which I am and Swagwin is, but you also have to have a friend that is the same. I tried playing this with Amber and I had a horrible time. Because it like we were just like being bad at communication, and like I was a lot more tuned to these games than she was. I think she's played some of them, so that she's not like completely blind to them. But like I had a decent time with Swagwin. I think if I play this game again with him, it's gonna be off stream. Oh, I'm gonna love WannaFest. It's gonna be great. Really solid little game. Great idea. It's a bit mentally taxing for me. I think I need to play more I Wanna games before I can sink my teeth back into it. I will definitely stream some I Wanna games, because I love that stuff. But yeah, really enjoyable little experience. I think it's very... It was nice to play with Swagwin. Check out his channel if you haven't. Swagwin's a funny guy, and like he did a really good video on I Wanna Be the Guy. And like I was talking to him when he was still doing the iceberg videos, and he was like, "I do not want to be a fucking iceberg YouTuber," and I thought it was really funny. I'm glad he's out of that hell now. Like the I Wanna video did really well for him. I'm really proud of him. Armed and Delirious. We're gonna need some specific music for this one. I'm gonna put on Armed and Delirious music specifically. This game... Whew, okay, so Armed and Delirious is a game, it is a point and click. I should explain what these games are more, but then again, these are mostly like games you probably know. Armed and Delirious is a point and click game that is one of... It is a game... I have a backlog where I rate games like on like a 5-star scale. This is the only game where I have given it 0 stars. That does not mean it is terrible. It means I think this game is nearly unrateable. I'm actually going to give a non-applicable to this game because it goes so far. It is a... like... I love weird media. I love finding weird old video games. This is the weirdest thing I've ever experienced. And I fully recommend it with my entire heart. High poison tolerance. This is one of the most inspiring, interesting, engaging, confusing, captivating things in the world. If you haven't seen my playthrough of this game, go check out the game for yourself. If you go on... oh yeah, me and Kira... Was that the timing? Me and Kira started playing... I think we started streaming this because Kira guided me through this with a walkthrough. And I think we started being in a relationship like halfway through the series. So yeah, the real true bonding experience. This is one of my favorite games of all time. I think. I think it is. It is one of. It is just a like. It's a. I think it is a. It is a game that I would not change a single pixel of, except for, I mean, except for the things that are like offensive. But like, it is a game that is so fucking weird. It's a game that like it's a new kind of so bad it's good. I think. It is a game where I describe like there's a different type of because so bad it's good is traditionally like, oh, it's something that's so bad that it makes you like that it's entertaining because of how bad it is. But Armed and Delirious and Illbleed, which we'll get to, are games that have unironically good qualities and ironically good qualities that benefit the unironically good aspects. Armed and Delirious is intentionally weird and strange, and the weird strangeness of the game unintentionally through being like weird shitty 90s pre-rendered 3D, through having so many strange glitches, through having completely obtuse puzzles, almost like becomes like it's a game about dementia. Like that's legitimately the game. Like that is not me saying that. The game is actually about a grandmother going through the dementia. And I think it's like realistically like it's kind of beautiful in a way that's so strange. And like I think this is like the most this like Match My Freak game ever, where if you match my freak, like if you fuck with this game, you match my freak majorly. I love this game wholeheartedly. It breaks the rating scale. I fully recommend it. But it's high poison tolerance. I think this game is beautiful, and I think that everyone should play it. You can play it pretty easily. There's a walkthrough you can find online. I think the best way to play this game, get somebody else to play it, or play it yourself if you don't know any of the answers, and have someone else use the walkthrough and tell you what to do when you're stumped. I just had a big disgusting burp, but I muted just in time. That was an insane burp clutch. This game is beautiful, and if you do this thing that I did, of like get a group of friends, one person does the walkthrough, one person plays it, and just experience all it has to offer, it's a masterpiece, I think. It is both one of the best games ever made and one of the worst games ever made, but I can never truly hate it because I kind of love it through and through, even when it's terrible, because it makes me like, it excites me, and it's really funny that we're about to review Portal next, because I think Portal is the exact inverse of Armed and Delirious. Let's put on normal music, because I think that's all I have to say about Armed and Delirious. Also, fantastic soundtrack, just completely wholeheartedly I love the music of Armed and Delirious, and I think it's a really inspiring game, and it really inspires me. Okay, Portal is the exact opposite of Armed and Delirious, because it is a game super low poison resistance, very very easy recommend. It's okay. It's a fun puzzle game, inventive mechanics. I wasn't in love with it because it's very safe and short and just kind of happens. Like I played it and I went, that was fun. I really don't like Valve's modern game design. I like these games. Let's review Portal 1 and 2 together. Let's save Shadow the Hedgehog for a bit later. I don't like Valve's modern game design of baby-proofing. I'm gonna give Portal 2 like, I'm gonna give it an 8. Same, yes, low. They're good games, and I like them a lot, but I also don't like their design philosophy of idiot-proofing. They're very well put-together puzzle games based around mechanics and not, like, weird logic. It's very inventive, very clever, so a lot of really good ideas. I wish that the games weren't so safe. They're just designed for, they're soft games, you know, and like there's no bite to them, there's no punch. They feel like games that like everyone can enjoy. And for me, it's like when you're making a game for everybody, like it's not that you're gonna please nobody, because like I mean obviously people love the game, but like it doesn't work for me, you know, because I just can't latch onto it, because it's very funny characters. Love GLaDOS, love Wheatley, love the fucking like Cave Johnson. Valve is such good comedy writers. I really want them to make another single-player game just because they're so fucking funny. I really enjoyed my time with these games, but they're like kind of like it's not as bad as Undertale and Deltarune, but like kind of like them. Like I'm never gonna play these again unless it's like years later, and I want to like really think, let's give these another evaluation. Because, like, you look at, like, Half-Life 2's development, like, you look at those documentaries and, like, you look at, like, Valve's development process, they're so scared of leaving anyone behind. They Half-Life 1 is still the best game they've ever played. Sorry, the best game they've ever made. I think I said the best game they've ever played. Half-Life 1 is still my favorite Valve game, easily, because it has that... It's kind of weird and janky, and it has a lot of, like, bite to it, but it's like... It's like Mario 64. It's like a... I described it, Half-Life 1, as, like, a military thriller-themed skate park. It's such a fun and kinetic game that, like, is so fun to replay. Portal 1 and 2 are just kind of one-and-dones, which is, like, fine, but, like... I don't know. They don't inspire me like the really high games on this list do. It doesn't inspire me like Armed and Delirious does. Portal 1 not as good as Echo Point 5. Better than Anton Blast though. Oh yeah, I'll play that Portal 2 co-op at some point for sure, and I'll play some mods that Kira wants me to play. I'm glad Kira isn't here because I don't like being so dismissive towards like Portal 2's is like their favorite. Portal 2 is their favorite game of all time. I don't want to be an asshole about it, but it's just like I like they're good games. Recommend them. Had fun. That's about it. Where is it? I fucking hate Shadow the Hedgehog. I hate this game. I really do not like this game. This game has some... You know, I'll give it a 3, just because, like, if you're playing neutral route, it's fine. It's fine, and, like, there's an amount of fun to it, but, like, and it has... Okay. Giving Sonic a gun... Let me rephrase. Adding gunplay to the Sonic gameplay formula... Fucking great idea. Love it. Do I have this on loop? No, I don't. I love the idea of adding gunplay to a Sonic game, because if you've played a lot of retro FPS like I have, what do you mean? I have unique opinions? What? Like, oh, they're very safe games that like aren't super captivating for me because they play it too safe, and I would have liked something more experimental and like eccentric and strange. What? Like, is that like you've never heard anyone say a game was too safe before? You're gonna fucking pretend that nobody's ever had any of these opinions ever? Fuck you. Shadow the Hedgehog is a game that I really would have liked it to be really good, because I think again, if you've played like a lot of retro FPS like I have, and you played a lot of Sonic like I have, you know there's a lot of overlap in the appeal of the games mechanically, and I would love for someone to one day make a game. I'll make this game almost definitely at some point. Is basically make a game where the pitch is like a mix between a retro FPS and like a Sonic adventure game. Because that is a fucking genius mechanical idea. That's perfect. That could be one of the best games ever made. But this game is not that. This game is terrible. And I understand if people like it. There's also the negative for the people who enjoy both the games. People enjoy... I don't... What? Okay, name an example. Yeah, Portal 1 and 2 play it too safe, and they're too soft, and they don't have they don't have any like really bold and strong decisions that like really captivate people. Really captivate me. I mean, whatever. Like Shadow the Hedgehog is a game that fucking it sucks so much, and it's not fun. And I like some of the story ideas, but it's super disconnected. It's really badly put together. The level design is not great. The missions you have to do are terrible. If someone ported these levels to like Sonic Adventure 1 or 2, or even Heroes, and like removed all the objectives and just made you go from beginning to end, I think that'd actually be decently. Some of them would be decently fun. But as it stands, this game sucks, and there's nothing really appealing about it other than if you play the neutral route, it is an okay Sonic game. It is very mediocre, and I like the music. It carries the same aesthetic as Sonic Heroes, which is kind of cool. Don't play it. It's just like literally just like don't even fucking play it. It's nothing worse than Anton Blast even. So like the first just the mechanics of the game. I'm not, what like that's not. Yeah, introduce mechanics to a player. Like I'm not saying that the game should be like bullshit, but I'm just saying that whatever. Like okay. I don't want to talk about Shadow much because it's not very good, and I still haven't finished it. But I'm not gonna like it once I've beat it. You have to beat the game 10 fucking times. I'm giving it a 2. I'm giving it a 2 because there's a very specific way to play that makes it mediocre, and the rest of it is really annoying and not fun in any way. That's it. Could have been something really good. It had a lot of potential as a like the pitch of the game of Sonic with gunplay, really good. Didn't turn out good at all. Ribbit, this is a hard recommend. See my video for more details. Really solid, weird story-based mod of Deltarune. It's a really cool deconstruction of game mods. A lot of it kind of has the same problems that Deltarune has, where like combat's kind of monotonous. It feels really lame on a replay, but like it's fun. It's a beautiful story. I like its story more than Deltarune, I think. I love the characters. I love Maxine as a writer. Getting to know Maxine has been a joy. I fucking love Maxine, dude. Like, just like as a note, Maxine's one of the fucking coolest people I've ever talked to. She's great. I'm really glad that I met her through this. I think Ribbit is a really fantastic experience, and you should support whatever the fuck Maxine cooks up next. Because she's told me, like, she hasn't told me, like, what she's gonna do next, but she has, like, some ideas on what she wants to do, and I fucking love all of them. They're a great person, great fun person to talk to, made a great fucking mod. I'm really stoked about whatever they're cooking next. I've seen very little, like, I just from the previews of the 3.0 update, looks really fucking promising. I'm gonna stream it when it comes out. Just watch the fucking video if you want more info, but like really glad that I checked this out. Really enjoyed it. It's not a 10 because I think it's clearly a bit of an amateur product, which is fine. That's just what it is. There's the writing is a bit inconsistent in terms of like some stuff feels kind of like that's kind of I say in the video, you know, it's clearly something made by someone that like is going to be a fantastic writer but isn't fully there yet. So yeah, I'd give it a 9. Oh man, there's one thing Maxine told me about. I don't want to be like not saying anything, but like I don't want to be a fucking leaker or anything. I'm not gonna be a leaker, but just like Maxine has told me ideas she has that I really like about 3.0. I don't know anything about the actual story. She just like pitched a concept to me that I really liked. Who is DMing me? Oh, I see. Okay. WizKid better than Portal 2. WizKid better than Portal 2. WizKid is a arcade how do I describe WizKid mechanically? WizKid is a game where it's kind of like Breakout in a way. Basically, like, there's a bunch of objects on the screen, and when you bump into them, they like bounce around with like gravity, and you use that to kill monsters. And when you kill monsters, you get money that you can spend on a shop, and in that shop you can get things to use in a point and click-esque segment with like really simplified puzzles, where like the challenge is not like, oh, what do I do? It's like, you see a place where you can use an item and you think, okay, what item works here? And the game will like tell you if you don't have the specific item. So like you see like a gumball machine, and so you have to get a coin from the shop. And so in order to get that, you have to be good at the arcade game section. So you can actually get enough money for the coin. So it's a really smart, cool gameplay loop. It's a really inventive, inspiring game. I would love to see a spiritual sequel to this that really evolves the concept, because I think it could go even harder. Me and a couple people I had an idea for a version of this that's kind of like, God forbid, it's kind of like a roguelike in the sense that like the point and click items that you get could like provide you certain buffs or abilities, but you still have to spend them in order to like get the point and click segments. So there's a really unique method of there'd be a really unique balance of like really good items can also get you to really cool secret areas. So, and like there are like maybe like downgrades that can like get you to like cooler shit later down the road and shit by spending it. A lot of potential for this for a spiritual sequel to this game. I think it's really fun. I love the Amiga. I want to play more Amiga games. Look out for an Amiga stream at some point where I just play a bunch of Amiga games. I gotta do the Atari 2600 stream too at some point. But really glad I played this game. It's my go-to. Just like take a look at this game. Like I showed it during the Ratshot stream where I did a bunch of demos and I streamed Ratshot. I just showed it to the dev I was talking to. Is like, here is just a game that really inspires me. It's my go-to weird little game that inspires me, and it's really, and like. I wouldn't give it a 9 or a 10 just because it's very hard. It kind of feels like if you don't have one of the power-ups, you're fucked. It's not a perfect game. It's very weird and a bit janky in like some good ways, some bad ways. This has potential for a 10 out of 10 sequel, basically. Like, I feel like if PopCap made a WizKids sequel, I think that would be like one of the best games ever made, But like PVZ, like Peggle era PopCap, if they made a WizKids spiritual sequel, it would be one of the best games ever made. So yeah, love you, WizKid. Mario Sunshine. This one I'm gonna give a 5. Straight down the middle. It's a 5, it's a maybe, and it's medium poison, because this game is so all over the place. It is so all over the place. And it's structured terribly. Mario 64. Oh fuck, we haven't done 64 yet. Okay, hold on. Okay, we're gonna stop there and talk about 64. Mario 64. I talked a little about it in the first one, but I want to give it more detail now that I've like fully beaten it. I think I'm gonna give it a 9. I think it's one of the best games. I think it's a fantastic game. I described Half-Life as a skate park. This is also a skate park game. Like future Mario 3D Marios would go more and more into like an open world aspect. My dream 3D Mario would be a mix between like Mario 64 and like Tony Hawk and like Pikmin. That sounds like a hodgepodge, but like Mario 64 is fun because like the missions are really short and compact, the levels are really small and compact. It's fun to casually speedrun the game. It's the best 3D Mario moveset ever. Like don't at me. It's so fun to master and learn and take advantage of. It's really weird game, and people have like really gone off about it, and like it's kind of almost a meme at this point of like the negative emotional aura, but like it's a weird game Koji Kondo's best soundtrack, I'm gonna say controversially, his best music, Koopa's Road and Dire Dire Docks are masterpieces. Very visually striking game, by accident, frankly. It is a one of a kind game. It is there will never be another Mario 64 in all of history. I would love to see another game attempt this formula specifically. All 3D platformers ever do not get what I love about this game. Like, again, if I made a Mario 64 successor, I would take inspiration from Pikmin, like 2, 3, and 4, and how they structure their collectibles. And like I would have like a Pikmin style like time management and like time and day limit system, basically. So like okay, let me pitch you this game is like basically like imagine a version of Mario 64. It's kind of like Odyssey in a way because like the stars don't boot you out of the level, and like they're of varying value based on like how hard the objective is. But you have, let's say, 10 to 20 minutes for every day, like in Pikmin. And you have to basically do as many objectives as you can within that time limit. So it's the best of Odyssey, where you don't have to get like restart the level every time, but it's the best of 64, where like it's very like late. What's the word? It's almost a level-like structure because of how you have to like go back in multiple times. And like the objectives would be more like doing shit in like Tony Hawk games and like. And in how like that those games are like they're little skate parks. They're like levels designed for you to take advantage of your moveset in like really inventive ways, and like challenges based around utilizing that moveset in smart ways. That'd be my pitch for a 3D platformer that embodies what I like about 64. Basically, is take those 3 games and like find the most fun way to combine them. I know that I kind of sound like Anton Blast right now of like these games are like, but like I'm specifically talking about games that like have a similar core appeal that you can combine to bring something new out of them that feels distinctly our own in a new twist of 3D platformers that like take mechanics from other games and like put it into a very specific core. So yeah, very fun game, very lovely game. I love Mario 64. Also, play Mario 64 Co-op Deluxe. Very fun experience to do with friends. I love all the different modes there are. I might stream it one day. It reminds me of like Unreal Tournament and like old multiplayer games like that because it's a very pure multiplayer experience. You just get in and go and like have fun with like a core gameplay loop with your buddies. I miss that genre. I don't like these. I hate this term, but I don't like the friend slap games as much as like stuff like that. It has almost got like a fighting game appeal because like, if you have a bunch of friends of a similar skill level in a fighting game and you all get together and play together, that's a fucking magical night with the boys. Mario Sunshine ruins all of this. Mario Sunshine ruins all of this because the structure is awful. Mario 64 has some terrible stars and some terrible levels. I hate Tiny Huge Island. I hate TikTok Clock. I hate Rainbow Ride. But like you can avoid them because you only need 70 out of 120 stars. There's like what, like 80, 90, 1, 2. There's like 50 or something stars you can skip. Like, hold on, let me actually count 80, 90, 10, 80, 90, 0, 1, 2. There's 50 stars you can skip in Mario 64. That's a lot of wiggle room for you to be able to skip 50 objectives. So you can easily skip all the really shitty ones. You can just like you can 100% like the levels that you really like, and like obviously like the game should still be criticized for the really bad levels. I would rather the bad levels were good. But like Mario Sunshine makes you do almost every main objective, and all of the optional ones are completely worthless. You just get the first 7 out of I think 8 missions in every main level, and you can beat the game. And it's like this brings out the absolute worst of this formula and none of the good parts. It is such a lopsided game for this, which is why it's a 5. It's so lopsided because there's so many fun shines. You could tell I had a lot of fun initially, and I kept having more and more bullshit happen to me that I couldn't avoid. If this was Mario 64, I could have avoided it. I could have done anything else. But they don't fucking do that. They don't let you do that. What the fuck? It's annoying. It's really annoying. And it's a game that I really loved. I really want to love more, but it pisses me off. But I didn't have a horrible time with it. It was, and like, oh my god, oh, again, it's just a very inconsistent game. I like some parts, I don't like some others. People talk about like the pachinko machine and like the river ride and shit like that, but like, my problem is that those shines are like not great, right? But my main problem with them is that you don't ever, like, doing them is legitimately a complete waste of time unless you're going for 100%. That's not true for Mario 64, because the star objective you are constantly always working towards getting 70 stars. Every star is worth an equal amount, so you're never wasting time with getting stars. You are wasting your time if you're doing anything in Sunshine but getting the core collectible unless you're getting full 100%. And I think that's bullshit. Because that should not be how a game like this is structured. For a game like Crash Bandicoot, it's a little different because, like, I mean, first of all, like, in those games, like, getting the color gems and shit like that does actually do things that aren't just 100%, right? But even then, like those games are linear 3D platformers. The fun isn't you beat the level normally and you can go back and do 100% stuff if you want. Mario Sunshine is like, it's so badly structured and it spoils so much of the game. It's not a fun, I don't have fun playing so much of it, and you can't avoid the parts that I don't like. It's so fucking weird how it's structured. I don't get it. Oh, whatever. Okay, yeah, it's fucking... Oof. Anyway, fuck me. Ocarina of Time. I've been enjoying this one a lot. I might go back on it, but like it has a similar Mario 64 appeal, but like in a different way. Where like it's a very weird atmospheric game. The dungeons are really cool to explore. I got lost sometimes, but like I actually didn't have that much trouble with like a good amount of the game. Some of it was confusing for me, but like I was generally able to do stuff without a guide. I didn't get too lost. I think the Forest Temple is the only time I really got super lost. I think this game's really fun. I'm probably not gonna play many Zeldas. I'm definitely not playing the open world ones. I might play Link to the Past and Wind Waker, and that's about it. And then also, I really want to play Four Swords Adventures at some point, because Four Swords Adventures is super cool. I'm gonna say medium. What did I give Mario 64? Yeah, that's fair. It's actually no. I'd give it less because it's not really super. Mario 64 is a game where like people say it's one of those games where like if you play it for the first time after the age of 14, you'll probably think it sucks, and I don't think it's very fair to the game. Because like I don't know, you can argue that like Mario 64, I don't even like it for intended reasons, that like I almost like it through like accidental purposes, but like that's a whole other conversation, dude, like seriously. But yeah, fucking Ocarina of Time is really cool. I don't like the Zelda formula that much because I'm bad at getting lost at things, but like there's some appeal to the formula, and I am having fun with the game, and I like to get back to it, and like it's fun to again, very weird game aesthetically. I'd love to see another game. There's a lot of horror Mario 64 content. I'd love to see like a B3313-esque game for Ocarina of Time, because the beta stuff in that game is so weird. There's so many weird stuff in the game, and like you can get really dark and like gross and like scary with it, because Ocarina of Time itself has shit like Dead Hand, and like it is like a more mature game, and there is so much weird stuff in it, and like I'd love to see someone really take advantage of like all the weird and like all the Giga stuff, and like it's such a like I'd love to see that kind of game. I'd love to see someone make a game inspired by it visually. Very cool little game. 7 out of 10. I didn't have like that much fun with it, but yeah. The Neverhood. I'm gonna be bold, very controversial. I'm gonna give this a 10 out of 10. I'm gonna say yes, medium. Oh, I didn't mean to do it twice. Medium poison tolerance because watch my video. It's an old point and click. It's fairly simple. It's easy enough to comprehend once you understand the hint system. There's only one puzzle that I couldn't do without. There's only one puzzle that I could never do without a guide. And it's that fucking symbol matching puzzle where like you have to figure out the exact pattern they want you to put them in. Like I don't fucking get that one. I don't get it. Like I had to look up a guide. I had to look up a guide for a couple others, but like I realized after that was kind of stupid. Like the mouse puzzle, I dissed until someone pointed out that like, hey, the mouse, its nose points in the direction of the cheese. And I thought, oh, that's kind of cool. I wonder if the hint system probably says something about that. My throat is starting to hurt. Good golly goodness. Because I talk so much on this. This is nothing but me talking. So my voice is getting hoarse. Bye, Ruby. Yeah, just watch my video on it because it's like this is a really beautiful game, really inspiring game. You're gonna hear inspiring a lot. It's just cause like I'm an artist myself, I guess, is that I'm nicer to games that inspire me and like feel like really engaged and like interesting and like are worth stuff that like I don't know. I think this game's a masterpiece. I think you should play it if you haven't seen my video on it. Even if you have seen my video on it, there's a lot of stuff that I didn't spoil. And like there's a lot of stuff that you haven't seen that are worth looking at. Yeah, and like you can use a walkthrough if you want, but I think like just using the hint system and like using your intuition can generally get you through it. But like if you really don't know what you're doing, it's fine to use a walkthrough. You know, it is what it is. Skull Monkeys, I'm gonna really fun 2D platformer. I'm gonna give it an. I think it's kind of a bad sequel in some ways. Not the way you'd think. I'm gonna give it a low poison tolerance because it's not. It's a retro platformer. It's kind of tough, but it's not too tough. It's a good enough sequel in every way except for I think the ending sucks. How Clayman is just kind of in the void forever, and it's like, well, I guess he's gone now. Really disappointed in that sense, but like I think the rest of the game is really solid. Relies too much on gross out compared to the first game. It kind of feels like they were like retreating back to being like Earthworm Jim, but even Earthworm Jim wasn't this gross out focused. It feels like so many. Maybe it's just like they just kind of front loaded it, but it feels like so many jokes in this game are just somebody farts. Why do I have Changgood here? Because I played it on stream. Like, it's objectively a game that I played on stream or made a video about. I played part of the game. But, like, here, okay, very quickly. This is on the list just because, like, just for completion's sake. I'm gonna give it, not that. I'm gonna give it just non-applicable. I'm gonna say for, like, the concept and from what I played, I thought it was really cool. So I'm gonna give it a 7 for now. But I'll put it just like non-applicable because like I couldn't get this to work, but it's such a cool idea and like I liked the first game that I played enough. Really interesting little game. But okay, Skull Monkeys is a really fun 2D platformer, really beautiful claymation, fantastic soundtrack. It's just a great game overall. It's not perfect. It is a very like tough platformer. It's a really I really do I give it a 9? Do I give it a 9? I think it's a really fun platform, but it doesn't like excite me enough. It's just really solid. It has the brain rot factor, but it's not good enough for me to give it a 9 or 10. Amber, I gave it a fucking what else do you want from me? Oh, like this is like it's on the fucking list because I streamed it. Okay, Jesus Christ. I gave it from what I fucking played, then I gave it. Oh my god. Okay. I'm gonna keep the number rating just because you're pissing me off right now. You want get 2 out of 10, just for you, because you're pissing me off, making me angry. This game sucks. Game awful, poopy butt game. Does this make you? Does this make you happy? You have it. This is like a live divorce on stream. Like, I'm gonna give it an honorary like 7. Should I give it an NA? Maybe, but like, yeah, okay. But I came to that of my own conclusion. All right. Yeah, Skull Monkey is pretty good. There's not much else to say on it. I just said, like, yeah, I like the Neverhood. Beautiful visuals, beautiful sound. I love. It was really fun gameplay. It could have gone further into its own mechanics. It's a pretty basic platform. It feels like almost like a PC platform with how many like different collectible types there are and like how focused it is on secret hunting. I would have liked to be a little bit stronger mechanically, but it is a very fun, tough platformer. And similarly, Oriole Winds of Hope, give it an 8 out of 10. I reviewed this game. Not many people watched the video, unfortunately, because it got kind of buried, I guess. It's alright. It is fun. It is a really inventive gameplay system. I would have liked a stronger narrative. I would have liked a stronger... I haven't replayed this game since I reviewed it. It's solid. Amber's getting mad now. Amber, I gave it an NA on my own terms. Anyway, yeah, it's a game that I recommend it. It's really fun. I would have liked a stronger story. Oriole devs, hire me next time. I'll do the writing for you, babe. Really, I like the visuals. I like the music. It's missing the brain rot factor again. I keep saying brain rot factor. It's a game that's really fun and really cool and like makes me think like, yeah, that was really solid. But like, it's missing something that makes me continuously think about it, other than just like, oh, it was fun. Like a really strong narrative, like a really strong visual identity, or like really cool new ideas like kind of blew my mind. It's just a fun little inventive little like art like speed based, like almost like golf platformer. It's fun. I liked it. I am excited to see what these guys cook up next because it's a very fun new game. Better than Anton Blast. I'm so mean today. Spot Goes to Hollywood, better than Anton Blast. I'll say that very much. I haven't beaten this one yet. It's a very cool. This is a game that has very fun parallel. Like Oriole and like Portal are games that don't have the brain rot factor, but have a lot going for them. Spot Goes to Hollywood isn't as strong mechanically. It's pretty janky. But it has all of the brain rot factor for me. It has complete brain rot factor to a T because it's so weird. It's such a bold decision to make like an isometric platformer like it. I really like the visuals. Really interesting, weird. Like it has me and some friends have been making a retro game catalog of like old games to play that are like easily able to play on an emulator. Spot Goes to Hollywood, and there's like we have like the rating is mechanics, aesthetics, history, and museum. Like mechanics and aesthetics, like how well does it play, and how well like the visuals, audio, and like story aspects. History is like how historically important it is, and then museum is like if the game's weird or like has a lot of like, hardware specific strangeness, or if it's like just still really emblematic game of its era. Spot Goes to Hollywood is like a 4 or 5 on the museum factor because it has every marking of a PS1 game, pre-rendered cutscenes, like pre-rendered graphics, CD quality audio that like doesn't loop properly. It's fun. It doesn't have it like. It has some decent ideas. It's not like the most inventive game in the world, but like by being an isometric platformer, it's allowed to be a bit by the numbers in terms of like a lot of its mechanics, if it was on a 2D platformer, it wouldn't be very exemplary, but like because it's in this weird isometric format, really cool how it experiments with things. It's a very fun little game. I like it a lot. I'd like to beat it eventually. I think it's not too long, so like the next thing I'd sure do would probably be the last. Exact opposite. New Super Mario Brothers. It's alright. I had fun with it, but like again, mechanically solid, completely misses the brain rot factor. Super generic Mario game. Even for the time, like Mario Sunshine and Galaxy are way more interesting visually. It is the safest Mario game in the world visually. Oh, you can rewind streams if you're a subscriber? That's fucking weird. I had fun. I'm gonna never play this game again unless I do the other Mario vs. Luigi mode, which in that case it's gonna be through the PC version, which I will stream at one point for fun. I might even do that in the Dream Mall. That would be a fun little event. Yeah, it's decently fun. Not nearly as interesting as the other 2D Marios before it. It's alright. It has some cool new ideas, some okay new ideas. It's a 2D Mario. You can play it and have fun with it. That's about it. There's some weirdness to it, like the weird fucking snail enemy that like drunk dry bones. Bowser fucking dies in it. It's an alright game. It's okay. Illbleed. I think I love this game very deal. I'm gonna give it a 9 maybe. Hold on, fuck. I'm gonna give it a 9. Medium jank, maybe. No, not just medium. Did I give Yoshi? No, sorry, I thought I'd give Yoshi's Island high jank. Illbleed is a survival horror game with a lot of new ideas, a lot of weird mechanics for the genre. It's very untraditional. It's almost structured like an RPG where there's like combat encounters. You basically detect traps with the horror monitor. It's kind of like a almost like a minesweeper kind of deal where like you have 4 meters of like sight, hearing, smell, and sixth sense, and like if your sight's going off, like you have to like peruse the environment with your horror monitor and like mark something that might be a trap, and like if it marks, you're fine. If you mark the wrong thing, then you get hit by the trap, and like, oh no, a very interesting, unique, fun game. I talked before in Armed and Delirious about so bad it's good games. This game is the perfect example of so bad it's good in the way that I define it, where it is a unironically good game with very intentionally good qualities that like were intended by the developers, but there's also a lot of weird, unintended jankiness and strangeness that add to the game. I described it in the Ribbit video as a game that blends intentional horror and unintentional comedy with intentional comedy and unintentional horror. It being a late Dreamcast, like it is a super Dreamcast looking game. I associate Sonic Adventure and Illbleed with the console the most. It's a very Dreamcast game. It is very strange. It is funny. It is weird. It's creepy. It has really good atmosphere. Like the music in the game is so good at setting a scary tone. I got genuinely like creeped out by it at points because I like the trap system is really good for horror because like when that shock event happens, like I genuinely like jump like get startled a little bit every time, unless I know for a fact that it's coming. Like it's very good at building tension. A very fun combat. It like I've been pitching an idea around for a game actually that I would love to make at some point. I actually really like the combat in this game. It's very janky but fun to learn. I really want to make a game that's like my pitches. If you guys saw the stream, I want to make a game that's like Devil May Cry, but you play as a wood puppet from that game. Like basically the pitch of the game would be like a spectacle fighter like DMC, but your character controls like shit, but is also really overpowered. Like you have like a weird like you run really jankily, like your attacks are laggy and like kind of unresponsive, but like they're also super powerful. And so, and like, I would love to make a game like that because I think it'd be a really fun idea. And like, I think on this, I don't want to shit on Anton Bless anymore because it's not a bad game, but like, just like this and the Mario 64 thing I was talking about, these are pitches and ideas for games, you know, like, and even if they're based on other things, I'm giving elevator pitches of like, oh, it's like Devil May Cry, but like my actual pitch is like, imagine a spectacle fighter where the challenge is in learning an obtuse moveset instead of like performing like you know, like very rhythmic, like fat, like high combos and shit like that. That is like a real fucking pitch for a game. Learn from me. I am not the best at this. I am just pretty good at it. Sorry, point is that, like, I love this game a lot. It's very janky. It's very fun. It is a perfect, like, if you can play this is a great game to, like have your friends watch you play it. Because there's enough downtime where you can like have like funny little like banter and like conversations. But there's always like a fun, like a weird funny thing around the corner. Perfect like Halloween game because like it's spooky and kind of creepy, but it's not like sad. You know, it's very fun horror. It is very like fun, it is a perfect Halloween game. So I'm glad I'm, you know, streaming and shit. Oh yeah, as it was a note, Maxine originally was playing it first, and I was watching her, but she did not have a great time with that. And then I played it, and like really funny thing is that Maxine was like, "How did you get so good at this game?" And I was like, "I'm not. I know I've never beaten this game legit on my own. I've played it before I streamed it, and I've seen the end, but I've never done it myself. So I'm not actually that. I'm just. I guess I'm really good at video games inherently." And finally, let's get these over with because I want to end pretty soon. Not get this over, but like a few demos that I streamed. Mindwave. I'm gonna do these fairly quickly because it's just demos. Mindwave, I liked it, but I want to like more. Mindwave is pretty good. I like the concept, but like it doesn't. Again, it's missing that brain rot factor. The characters aren't super interesting for me personally. Even if they're like fine. I love the visual style. The gameplay is fun, although like like obviously it's just the first level, so like you know, it's whatever. But like from what I saw, like they definitely have like cool ideas, and like it kind of it feels like another like this game but my Blorbos are in it game, but like the ideal version of that. Where like it's almost like a fighting game, the way that like characters are like expressed through their different micro games. I like it. I would have like it's hard to kind of like. I mean, there's like enough like new ideas within the gameplay, the micro game formula. The kind of problem with that is that like there's only so many things you can do in a micro game, and I think WarioWare has kind of done all of them. So it's kind of hard to like come up with new ones inherently, which is like just so like it's a hard formula to do. But game's fun. Game's cool. I like the focus on keyboard and mouse. Strong aesthetic identity. I don't really know what I would want out of it mechanically, honestly. That's a hard thing. Is that like I think it's just I'd have to see what they're cooking. If they have really good gameplay ideas, like I'm in. But like I like the pop-up gimmick. It was kind of cool. Very fun game. Rat Shot. I'm gonna give a 6. Better than Anton Blast. I'd give this a maybe. It's an alright game that like I talked to the developer and like I would probably be kind of pissed off at this game if it was a paid product that released and like I didn't know anything about the developer and shit because like I like it is kind of a very 2020s platformer. It's very clearly inspired by like modern 2D platformers like Pizza Tower and shit, but like it's mechanically. It mechanically has enough to it where it's not like a clone or anything. It does have a different flow than like those like the games inspired by it. It just needs a little bit more. I wish I'd fucking I had an idea. Fuck, I forgot about it. I was gonna say something. If I could say anything to this developer, I'd say that like I think right now the game like. Is this anything? I feel like I'm gonna say something stupid. The game. I'm sorry that I keep fidgeting with this. By the way, it's probably really like annoying to see. the game right now, I think, could use a lot of like no. No, I was gonna say something stupid because like this is just, but like I hope there's more visual variety in the game because it's just a demo, so it's like the first like level theme, so it's fine. But like, and like the idea that the developer had of like having NPCs you could look around for is like a cool idea, but they're just gonna be gags, apparently, from what they've said, and it's like I'm really tired of this like no story, just fun gameplay shit in modern indie games. Like it feels like that, like I'm not asking for like fucking Macbeth in your funny action 2D platformer. It's just like for me, like okay, if there was like an emphasis on like strange world building and like really like interesting recurring characters. Katana Zero kind of experiments with this, where like you can overhear enemy chatter and shit, and like and like if the game did have that and was like really well written, would anyone complain? Like here's like would anyone go, oh man, I wish these NPCs just told funny jokes? Maybe one guy would do that and they'd be the most annoying person on the planet. But like, yeah, that's but like at the same time, again, I talked to the developer, it is probably a good idea for them to just kind of finish the game and like move on to something, because it's not a bad game at all. It's decent. I'd check out the demo if you like speed-based 2D platformers. It just isn't super standout, which, you know, like for I think this is this person's like first game they're gonna put on Steam, so that's totally fine if that's gonna be their shtick. But yeah, it's a decent 2D platformer, nothing super special. Heartbeat. I'm so excited for this. Please play this demo. This is like, you know what? I'm gonna give. No, yeah, yeah. Oh, sorry, I gave it. There we go. This is, if you're gonna play any, you know what? 9. Fuck. Please go play this demo, because this game looks super fucking cool, and I want to play it really badly, and I really, really like it. I want to play the full game really badly. Developers, please send me a review copy so I can review it, because I want to talk about it in a video and I don't want to pay for it, because I'm dealing with like financial shit right now, so like I can't pay money for like a bunch of like random indie games. But like, please give me a review copy. I want to talk about your game so badly. It's such a fun rhythm-based platformer with actual platforming mechanics in it. Like, the platforming is not just do things to the beat disguised as a platformer. You have to worry about your position on the track. There are things that, like, they're on beat, but, like they're just avoiding them instead of, like, actually, like, you know, you don't get, like, a point bonus for, like, it's just, like, a thing you don't want to touch on the track, so you can't just pay attention to, like, the rhythm and like, hitting stuff to the beat. You have to specifically position yourself so you don't get hit by stuff, and there's, like, really cool level design, fantastic level design, just, like, as a note, where you will string yourself in a combo that ends with, like, essentially a bomb note, basically. If you know what bomb notes are, they're like notes in rhythm games where if you press them, that's actually bad for you. It's basically a bomb note is what it is, where it's like a hazard on the track, and you have to specifically, like, you have to enter a combo and, like, get out of it before you get hit by the fucking bomb note thing. And that's such a cool way to incorporate platforming into a rhythm game structure that actually has, like, platforming mechanics and not just disguised rhythm game mechanics. Like, it is a genuine platformer rhythm game, and I'm so excited for it. I loved this fucking demo. I played all the songs. It's really fun. Maxine got into. I told Maxine to play it, and she got a little bit more into it than me. She got S rank in every fucking stage. That was fun. Yeah, you should play it. It's great. Holy shit! How long was that? We covered. Okay. Nearly 3 hours. That's it. Man, it's been so long since the last one of these. Like, think about, like, how much shit has happened in between these, and, like, how many games I've played. Dude, when I played this, so when I made this, I think the Wound video was almost out or something like that. Like, this when like this was like almost a year ago, but I'm really glad to do this again. This is really fun to like catalog my opinions. And yes, Beat Heartbeat is better than Ants on Fly. This is gonna be the new joke. This is gonna be the new bit. I don't. It's not even my least favorite game. It's just. It's just. I don't know, man. Yeah, I really liked. Yeah, and mostly positive too. Like if you look at this, like mostly greens and like some blues, a couple yellows, and only one red. Like I stream mostly games I really like, which is nice because people call me a hater so much, but like I'm a lover too, you know. Like I think this is proof that like if you look at this, there's a decent chunk of yellows here, but like I think most of these are really good. And I am really happy to like play more, which I really I don't know. I'm really glad that I can do this. Is like it's not like a full paying job yet, but like I'm so lucky to be able to get paid to do this shit because I would be doing this shit either way, you know. And I really hope that like I progress to the point. My dream, my hope as a YouTuber and like a general internet creator is that I want to get to the point where I can not have to worry about money, and then I'm done rat racing. Like I am completely done with having to worry about anything as long as like I have enough people on like Ko-Fi and like YouTube members and like Twitch shit. Like I have enough income from that where I can sustain myself completely. And I even like once we're at that point, I never have to worry about, you know, increasing my revenue again. Because when I'm at a comfortable point like that, because I have like a dedicated fandom of people that love me, and that just makes me so happy that like we're actually getting there to a certain extent, and like I don't know, this really fitting music. Next thing I stream, I'm probably gonna have to be Shadow the Hedgehog again. Oh my god, I hate that game. I might just grind out Shadow off stream just so we can fucking finish it already because it's not fun and we're running out of things to fucking say about that game. Maybe Ocarina of Time, maybe the Atari 2600 stream because I really want to do that soon. Yeah, it could be a couple things. Actually, it might be Illbleed. It might be the final Illbleed because the final Illbleed, the next Illbleed stream will definitely be the last because we only have 2 levels to go, and I think they're fairly short. I can beat the like it'll probably be like 3 hours for like that and the final boss. I guess there's also the true ending, but like that'll be something that, like I'll do like by myself, just like because you don't want to see me play the whole game again, but I just don't save anybody, because that's the thing you have to do to get the true ending. I'll just like do that by myself and like maybe I'll show Maxine at some point. Hell, we might even just do that like at some point. Me and Maxine might just hang out like off stream, and I just like fucking beat Illbleed while she like I just do that again while she watches, and then like does something else. Maybe I'll do that when she plays Jurassic Park Trespasser, which I really want her to do. By the way, Jurassic Park Trespasser, fucking amazing game. I started playing it because somebody on Backlog suggested it. My backlogged mutual Curse, who is a fucking fantastic reviewer. Please check out their review on Tomb Raider. Fucking fantastic. Hold on, I'm gonna send a link to it. My backlog mutual Curse wanted me to play Trespasser, and I was like, okay, I'll check this out. I've heard bad things about it, but also Curse really likes it, so and I trust Curse, so there you go. Yeah, it's fantastic. Utterly fantastic. Sorry, one sec. Let me look for. Okay, everybody, I'm gonna open the review. I'm gonna show the review in chat. This is your homework for tonight's stream. Go to Backlogged and look at Curse's review of Tomb Raider. Fucking fantastic reviewer. They're great. Yeah. And they recommended I play Trespasser. I love it. Hold on. I'm gonna send my Backlogged as well. My Backlog profile. Just like check me out there, cause I really like I put out reviews sometimes of like games that you can see me bitch about Bubsy 4D, Who's stream? I should raid somebody probably, because that's what like good streamers do when they're like about to end a stream. Wayne is Wayne Radio TV is streaming Deadlock. Yeah, sure. Let's rate. Can I? I don't know. I've never raided before. Is this gonna like kill my balls by accident? Okay, whatever. Point is, yeah, this stream gonna probably stream something else at some point. Maybe it'll bleed. Maybe I try to do 600 or either Ocarina of Time or something like that. Okay, okay, everyone go raid Wayne. Go, 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 go. Bye.